Yo, starting real shortly. Wow. How you trigger? All right, starting shortly. Let me get my microphone. This is gonna be a good one. I'm telling you, if anybody cares to know and learn more about hip hop, you're there right now. All the names in the title, you're gonna get them dropping some bombs on hip hop and their experiences in the culture. We're gonna also go over what a culture vulture is. Is there a such thing? Okay. I would like people to join this one, to be honest, because I haven't got a consistent definition or even a sensible definition of what culture vulture is. And I would love for somebody to try to explain what culture vulture is, because every time somebody did it, they end up contradicting themselves on what it's supposed to mean. So I would like to just get one sensible definition of what a culture vulture is, if you're interested in it. We got a lot of stuff I want to talk about. Hey, yo, right now, while y'all waiting, I want y'all to do me a favor. I'm going to talk about this, but y'all ain't going to know about it. And I don't think I'm going to play it. Go on YouTube or IG real quick. These are not too long video. Go and type in DJ Envy Daughters. All right, this is some controversial, no Diddy type stuff. This is just bad. I mean, it wasn't a good look for him at all. But it's even worse with this no Diddy stuff. This is a tragedy. It's like he's preparing his daughters for a Diddy type experience. It's really like tragedy. So check out DJ Envy Daughters real quick while we're waiting. I'm gonna go over YSL break. YSL. Hey, stop it. YSL. Big deal. Just briefly. And we're gonna talk about the broken judicial system, state by state, all in states period. The DAs, like, it's a broken system because the DAs just want to win. Like, they don't want justice. They don't want to lock up the right person necessarily. Like, there's no incentive to just get justice. They want to just win. Like, when that's the focus, you're gonna have a lot of innocent people in prison for taking plea deals. We're gonna go for a little dirt at some point. Okay, so I went back to write my topics down. I used to do this before, and when I was watching the lead attorney, so he has a class to teach people how to. I've been taking the class, but I should. I thought I found value from it, but when I heard him give a brief of it, I'm like, hey, maybe I should take this class. But he got classes on how to be successful as you can in a content creator, and one of his things was he disclosed last live was the bullet points. Like he said, your live should be scripted. And I used to do it. Matter of fact, that's probably all over the place. But every time I call in, like Sonetta or Smiles channel, I usually be scripted, by the way. I just want to put it out there. Normally, if I call in somebody's channel, I do have my bullet point notes. I won't get sidetracked. Well, my own live, I'm not as consistent, but now I'm prepared now. I got my stuff scripted. I know everybody's live right now. I know everybody knows. But you gotta pick your poison. So you gotta pick your apple. Pick your vitamin. So we talking about hip hop. So I'm talking about things. I missed Dr. Mayat live, LordJamar. I'm mad. Actually, I wouldn't even subscribe. Like, well, I'm probably subscribed to the other channel. I missed that one. I would love to do that. But real quick. So a lot of my peers, a lot of people don't get my props. And I think I know why I love it. I think because I have the ability to hop into a conversation with short notice, right? A moment's notice. And I'm able to binge read, binge watch, all the way where I can catch up and pretty much dominate the conversation. I think a lot of people don't appreciate it. Instead of like, that's cool. Like, you really learn. I ain't talking about like polite style, just memorize it. I actually learned it. Like, I watched the documentary of hip hop. I watched CrazyLegs. I watched these different people. I watched CrazyLegs interview on I watched CrazyLegs and CharlieChase interview on another pretty good channel. So I'm watching I'm watching everything. I'm clipping it. So I'm not like, you see, these are my own clips. They're not stuff that I'm just filming, pretending to be like, I'm actually learning very quickly. It started with the DjPhase thing, but real simple. I went from like modern rap, I went to contract, I went to publishing, producing, Mac, all that type of stuff. And now I'm at the origins of hip hop, which I'm about to be a Google in a second. Like, who the hell can go from the origins to contracts and publishing to like, and even when I hopped into the dispute between Diddy and the Locks, DjPhase, Steve Scott, and Lyric Cohen, but I watched hella interviews on Black TV, Scott Will Cohen Lyric, the people who you call code vultures. I don't think they are. I might not like them, but I can't say they're culture vultures. And I'll tell you what, sure. But let me get the food ready. So I got some music in the background. Hopefully I can keep y'all. All right, let me put the link in the chat in case somebody want to testify or if they want to debate. Either one. Y'all know who I am. Man, you know my slogan. Anybody can get it. However you want it. Now, I know the audio's bad. I'm going to switch to my iPad in a second. Audio. I know. Camera's off. Man. You ate that fast? Yeah, you about to go to bed early. Oh yeah, I got to add this. Yeah. So not only that, about my research, but I got the experience in the FDA industry, right? I worked for a couple of pharmaceutical companies. I did packaging. I actually made the drug. So I got that experience, super like to go there. I worked for a beef company, just a distribution company, raw, everything there, the raw wings, but they got to make it steaks. I got USDA experience. Yeah. So like I'm just really like decorated, and I just gotta admit that I'm really decorated. And so y'all know I work for a contractor company. I know a lot about, not a lot, but I know something about buying a home. Oh, man, this be big as shit. Oh my God, hold on. My God, yo. Oh, I hear me screaming on me. God damn, that shit big. I ain't got no spray. This like a big ass watch. Oh, Killed his ass. Also contracted loan, I mean, government loans, that type of shit. And now I got experience in property management. I know a lot about public housing. I got like hands-on experience with public housing, how you get it, how you qualify, how you determine it. Yeah, who's in there? Race-based, gender-based. Oh yeah. Got it armed the wrong person. All right. So. No more cookies. So, LordJamar is on a hot seat for saying something very controversial that about Eminem, the rapper. Okay, you about to really go to bed early. You about to lay down real soon. So I was kind of up in the air about Eminem. You dig? As far as top lyricists, and thank you. Everybody requirements are different. Like when I think of lyricists, I think of like acapella, and I'm rhyming. The rhyming is dope, and where I'm going with the message, the correction, and is dope when it ends the message. Okay? It could be positive, negative, it could be hypothetical, it could be both. It could be animated, doesn't matter, cartoonish, doesn't matter. As long as it's dope, like it makes sense. If you're rhyming like Mace, Cameron, where you're just rhyming and doesn't really go anywhere, I don't give you much credit. And that's what LordJamar says about Eminem. He doesn't think Eminem he think he got Dr. Seuss back. They just rhyme. Cat in the hat, back, way back, Jack. What you know about pay say Jack? I don't play that. You go way back. You know the way back when I had the braids back. You see what I'm saying? Why you even say that? I don't play that. Homie don't play that. You know, the Wayne brothers. I don't care. I'm just playing, brother. Why you naming brother? You snitching. No, I'm not. I'm glitching like a robot, like a computer. You see what I'm saying? Like that. That they think Eminem. Well, Eminem's guilty of that. Let me play. He got some backlash for it. And I kind of agreed a little bit. You know what? I do sound like Eminem. Oh, I was trying to find one more video. I think, okay, hold on. Before I do that, let me look. Matter of fact, I'm gonna play it. You're gonna hear it first, then I'm gonna share it in a second. So I find the video in my history. Hold on. Then that beat was big. Give me a second. You know how this go. Got it. Yeah, got it. Woman C will always be successful in biting, man. So I keep. I got it.
Why do you want somebody screaming at you? Can he put words together? Yes. If the content is shit, who gives a fuck how good you put Cat Rat Bat Hat together? Because content is horrible. And his delivery and his voice. Do you hate your mother?
No, I don't.
All right. Would you make a fucking song about your mother's,
No.
Would you offer up your daughter to Dr. Dre? Go with him, Haley. Would you do that? No. How about all the gay references in the name of just rhyming? You see what I'm saying? Like, see, that's what the greatest rappers, the easy road, they could have fucking made a whole lot of shit rhyme.
Right.
But they said, nah, I can't say that. This nigga will say it, even though just because it rhymes. And that's the difference between a real fucking king and somebody who just raps just to rap. It was nothing to listen to. It was fucking whack. Like, it was whack. It wasn't shit. Nobody was playing this at parties. I didn't have to worry about it. Why do you want somebody screaming at you? Can he put words together? Yes. If the content is shit, who gives a fuck how good you put Cat Rat Bat Hat together? Because content is horrible. And his delivery and his voice. Do you hate your mother?
No, I don't.
All right. Would you make a fucking song about your mother's,
No.
Would you offer up your daughter to Dr. Dre? Go with him, Haley. Would you do that? No. How about all the gay references in the name of just rhyming? You see what I'm saying? Like, see, that's what the greatest rappers, the easy road, they could have fucking made a whole lot of shit rhyme.
Right.
But they said, nah, I can't say that. This nigga will say it, even though just because it rhymes. And that's the difference between a real fucking king and somebody who just raps just to rap. It was nothing to listen to. It was fucking whack. Like, it was whack. It wasn't shit. Nobody was.
So I will say this: if you want to know what's certified, right? If you forget about awards and Grammys and album sales and all that goofy shit. If you want to know if your music is validated, I will just say this: go to a majority, preferably a majority Black city, town, whatever, and spend about an hour there driving, mainly driving, and keep your radio off, keep your windows low, and just listen to what the cars are playing in that city, that state. Okay, like I said, an hour, because you want to like really know if this song is just that person playing it only, or multiple people playing this song. Then you'll know it's something like the hood messes with it. I don't think Eminem's bad as what he's making it, but I do agree with some of the things he's saying. But I don't think Eminem always do that, but he does. But I will say this though: Eminem, or in the hood, Eminem's like Renegade, of course, and Hi, My Name Is, shit like that. There's a couple songs that he got. Please don't go around. I think that was clever. Like, my favorite song in probably Lose Yourself. It did, and probably for the same reasons that James Winston said when he was interviewed after his big win against the Ravens. So, but that was like my favorite Eminem song, Lose Yourself. I like the message, the content behind it. That's why I thought he's been a little extra. But for the most part, you are not going to hear Eminem. Like he said, in the hood parties, like majority Black. You're not going to hear. And it's not because he's white either. I'm sure Paul Wall was in every goddamn club where he lives at, Florida, Georgia, wherever. I'm sure he was everywhere, up and down. So it ain't because of that. And I remember, I forgot what group it was. I didn't want to say it. I don't want to mess up. But yeah, so it ain't that. Because they will rock with you when they think you're rocking with the Anyway. So how y'all feel about that? All right, let me get rid of that. Oh, I wanted to do this. This is important. All right, so real quick, what I did was I kept seeing like shorts on like Scott Storch, right? Of him like producing beats, whatever. And then like my journalistic instincts was just like, yo, I wonder how he got started. Like that's just was in me. I just want to know how he got started. So I clicked on YouTube, put Scott Storch in there. I want to hear his story. And then somebody had his story up there. But somebody was speaking about it. The next video below that, it was Scott Storch explaining his own story, his rise, fall, and his bounce back, which which made me think I like, was it Big Sean's sound, bounce back. What that song? That was my song right there. So like lose yourself, bounce back. I love like redemption songs. Yeah, that's poopy. That's emoji poop. So yeah, that's emoji poop. So yeah. Anyway, I like those redemption songs. They're pretty motivational. And I also like winning songs, like when 50 Cent did, I get the hook, I get money, money I got, let's get it. Like, or short ad, it's all about the money. Yeah, that's a poo poo. Like I love like motivational songs where you don't, it don't have to be redemption. Like it could be you just winning, or you're winning, or you already won. Like I love songs like that. I love like being motivated by success. I don't like the songs where, yeah, I'm down and bad, man. Had to sell crack, and yeah, I'm still down and bad. I'm still selling crack. Like I'm good with that. Um. Anyway, is that a mosquito? No. Let me do what I'm trying to do real quick so I can start. Okay. So anyway, so I watched Scott Storch rise, and it was pretty interesting. I believe he's white. It was very interesting. You know how so he joined. Okay, now I remember. So he had his start. You know, he did his own thing. He loved pianos at the age 5, whatever. Then he got addicted to it. He became lessons, like where he learned like notes and stuff, and he's like the man with the piano. So he's like literally, the watch would say autodidact. He's an autodidact. So definitely, and a lot of his music, you got that damn piano right there, organ assumption. It'd be him playing it. So that's his original sound. But anyway, he got picked up by a group, and then the group was the Roots. So he was the Roots like producer, and then some things happened, and he told the Roots that he was going to work with Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre like called for him. He went to LA, things like that. I think from Philly to LA, and Dr. Dre heard his piano work and felt like, I could use you. And this is Dr. Dre after like the Snoop run, right? So like fast forwarding. Matter of fact, you remember that root song with he's working with Jill Scott in her beginning stages. So there was a so he had the Roots, he had a certain beat for Jill Scott. And it turned out the Roots wanted that beat. So he said, all right. So he didn't want to take it from Jill Scott because that people get emotional. So he said, they being that feeling. So he said, you know what, all right, I give you the beat. That's just group. Like I got to give you solid. But I want her to sing your hook. But they was like, no. They wanted Erykah Badu. So I believe that song, she'd be like, no, I don't know, don't let me make a mistake. But if y'all know it's a song with Erykah Badu, hook, and the song is like, the hook is like crazy. I don't even think Jill Scott could have, like, they were right picking Erykah Badu. But like, that's her shit. I'm sure it's Jill Scott stuff too, but Erykah Badu did different. She different. So he ended up saying, you know what, look, he felt like I'm more than just this. So he said, listen, I'm about to go do my own thing. So long story short, some things happened. Dr. Dre called for him. He go out there to Cali. He played piano that day. Like, yeah, okay, I might need you for my album. You know what I mean? So long story short, he is the one. And you know, we look at Dr. Dre as the producer of the beats, but like, there'd be more to it'd be more to the stories. Cause we'll say that'd be crazy, Dr. Dre the GOAT, and turn out it'd be Scott Storch beat. So he's the one that did the Still Dre beat with the beep beep. I'm gonna play a little snippet and get flagged. I'm gonna try to find like a bullshit account that got it. Okay, hold on a second. But anyway, so working with Dre, a lot of Dre stuff. So he said a lot of projects that people give to Dre, and Dr. Dre be like, nah, I'm good. I'll pass on it. He said he would take it just to eat. And he said Dr. Dre passed on a lot of stuff. He'll take it. He said he like doing like 20, about like 20 songs somebody like in a week or some crazy shit. Crazy as number, maybe a day or some crazy shit, maybe a week. But like 50 to 80 grand, 50 to 80 grand to each one of those songs. So if he's doing 20 in a week, 50, I mean, that's 20 times like 60, 80 grand. That's just what he getting for the week. So he ended up being rich, of course. He told Dr. Dre, I'm out of here. Like, I want to do my own thing. I want to work by myself and get my own artists. So he left that and went to Florida. And as a result, he is responsible for some of 50 Cent biggest hits. And that song Candy Shop, that's piano. That was hey, matter of fact, yes. Matter of fact, I think Still Dre might be my favorite Dr. Dre song ever. I mean, that might be my favorite song over anything he ever touched. Like that beat, it just does something different to me. So it ain't even Dr. Dre beats, it's Scott Storch. But anyway, anything his song, that was my favorite song coming from him. It was that Still Dre. And I found that Scott Storch did the beat, what even Dr. Dre is amazing. But he did Candy Shop. He first I get that song to Fat Joe. Fat Joe passed on it. He was like, "You sure? My client want that beat." Nah, go ahead. So I seen a shirt where Fat Joe spoke on it. I might play it a little later. And then he did another song, 50 Cent, that was a hit. Forgot, but he did a lot of hits he did a lot of hits for Fat Joe. You know what I mean? So the dude's like, the other guys call him Hitmaker. He might have took that name too prematurely. I think this guy should have been called the Hitmaker. They did, like, because him we do albums like that, like Metro Boomin and Future. He just, because he said albums, they get word out. Like some hits in the album, maybe some bullshit songs. He said he really don't want to do the bullshit beats. Because who gonna do an album, 12 songs, and pay top dollar for each song? They don't. That's why you don't really get good albums, stuff like that. Unless you get lucky and catch a producer on his way up, like I'm about to explain. So anyway, Scott Storch, he said white girl got him on that. And he lost it all. And as a result, he burnt out of bridges, and him and Dr. Dre beefing. He probably borrowed money from them, never paid him, that type of shit, crackhead shit. So he was out the game for like 10 years. That's probably why, if you think about it, he was blazing in the early 2000s, and then you didn't hear from him ever again. There were other producers make a name for himself. That's because this dude was cracked out. So he finally gave it a shot to clean himself up. And then he says some other guy, like, still believed in him, like, yo, man, let me help you get back on your feet. Let's make some beats for some artists. So he said, this is all freestyle. So he said, you know what? He said, yo, send his beat to Jay-Z or call Jay-Z. He was like, yo, relax, 20 breaks. Like, we ain't gonna go to any established artist, thirst trapping and shit, because for one, they know you're starving, so they're gonna want a heavy discount on a hot beat from you. So he said, let's work with these up and coming artists. And those up and coming artists, one of them was I think NBA YoungBoy or something like that. But it was like up and coming artists that's like the best in the game now as far as the youth believe. So he made hella beats for them. They got hits, and he became, people want to know who made that song. Scott Storch. His name blew back up, and yesterday's price is not today's price, and This is a great story. So again, that's a redemption story. I love that because he could have just rock bottom, crack, head out, and but he, nah, you know what I mean? I owe myself, my family more than this. He bounced back, like Tigger said, and got his reputation back. So anyway, let me so I thought that was very cool story. And like I said, every story ain't gotta be a redemption story for me to love it. It just be a great story. Like Diddy's story was great. It wasn't no redemption story. Um Leora Cohen's story was a redemption, just great. And DJ Blad's story wasn't like redemption, just a good story. Just like people just working hard. All right. You know, in order to make a name for himself, to be successful in the industry. All right, so I just want to fix my thumbnail. I just did it. All right, so now I can get to, hey, stop it. Stop, undo that. Okay. All right, so hold on 1 second. All right, got it. I got the thumbnail right. Cool. All right. So why did I come here? All right, this is still Dre beat. Hold on. Go sit down. All right. So this is no, that's 10 minutes. That's Dr. Dre channel. I need a bullshit channel with no views. God damn. You know what? I'm just gonna show I'm gonna show Scott Storch. Sure. There we go. I'm trying to get like a small sample size. I think this is it right here. Yo, what screen am I sharing? Okay. That song, my favorite type race song ever.
If you ain't up on things,
yes, way.
That's a decent song.
Damn, something that people know.
That's Exhibit. I know this was hard, but the piano and all of them. That song was hard.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, no. Little Beyonce.
Oh, Beyonce. Yeah, if y'all don't know, it's one of my favorite Beyonce songs ever. I put this instrumental behind like lecture. I love the song so much. If I got a favorite lecture, like a Malcolm X, Ballad Bud, this goes behind that lecture. This song right here. I got some Keisha Cole songs too, with some Usher songs very hard. Instrumentals.
You know, that me, myself, and I.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Let's go. The piano. Look at this. Go. Lay low. That was hard. This soda right here. Say no. Yeah. That beat right there. That's one of my favorite beats ever, yo. That shit. But anyway, so look white boy, right? Look like could be Latin, I don't know, but it looks white. Let's put his name in here. See what he is. Okay, born American. Yeah, so it looks like he's like he's a regular white guy. Okay, yeah, like a little Jewish heritage. Yeah, white guy. So, but is he hip hop? Of course he is. So that's what I'm trying to say. Like, what when people say culture vulture, define that, and then while you're trying to make up a definition for that, define hip hop. Like they like no, define who is hip hop. Like how can a person? What does a person need to do to become hip hop? How old can you be hip hop coming in the game at 20 years old? Is there a cap off age limitation? Is there you too young? Like so, how does somebody become of the culture of hip hop? Okay, so we got to establish that. We got to establish what a culture vulture is. Okay, so now we're moving forward. So, all right. So I played it. Watch it, man. He did. So he did put lighters up. Get the fuck out of here. From my view, or something. I just saw a video of him saying the Earth is flat. The Earth bust. No, he said Earth is flat. He said it too. Oh, I was supposed to put it. Look. Yeah. So now look, if y'all free, it's the weekend. Y'all got excuses during the week, but if y'all free, here's the link. Because this is something I don't want to be dolo chopping up hip hop. Like y'all all hip hop fans. I would guess. There's some things you're gonna know. Like he just put me on. He did Lil Kim's. I heard his name, but I never knew his work. Like a song might say Scott Storch. I don't know. Like that's how I will only know what he done. Okay, so let me put the phone number in case I be lurking. So, but this is the conversation I was trying to have with DjPhase. But it always goes to conspiracy theory, man. So that's why I snapped last time. It annoyed me. He started doing the abortion thing and the Big Bang. I just snapped. I'm like, yo, can we just talk about the subject, which was hip hop? How are we talking about how wicked the government is and the conspiracy theories, man? All right, give me a second. I'm trying to put the phone number in there. Shit. It's like really hard to do. Let me see if I can do it this way. Let's make that screen smaller. Okay. Does that help? If you ain't up on thing, this is wild, yo. Okay. You know, I could just type the damn meeting number and I'll be done with this. But my arrogance, I want to do it this way, and that's it. Yeah, give me. That's garbage. That's garbage. Okay, so yeah. So that's the phone number. That is the meeting number. It cannot be this fucking hard. It's weird. Somebody give me this desktop for free. I'll take it. It's not bad at all. Well, bullshit like that going on. But outside of that, that's it's a desktop. I'm allowed to use my laptop like a desktop. Why not just use a real desktop? That's the phone number, and that is the meeting number. For those who want to join a discussion of hip hop, because like I said, I'm somebody when you got it. I'm somebody when I get involved in something, I don't like to be mediocre. Because you know why? I'm probably going to have more questions, and I'm not waiting on you to. Yeah. You're right. Hey, the watcher, you just reminded me, yo. You just reminded me that he was dating Little Kim. You just reminded me. Yes, got to add that part. Thank you. Memory. But think about it. I've watched so much stuff today and during the course of the week. I'm trying to binge watch, trying to crank this history of hip hop. So I forgot about that. Yeah, he was dating Lil Kim. So maybe she put him on. I don't know. Allegedly. But it's not a good look that he fell off and drugged me. He was dating Lil. Okay, yeah, we'll take that later, not right now. Because all you do is get dirty. Dirty again. I don't know how a shirt got like that's crazy. All right. So, boom. Oh yeah. So all right. So now let's get into some let's get into some hip hop. Matter of fact, let me skip the line real fast because the hip hop is going to be the great part of the show. So I don't want to water it down with some push stuff. Let me tell you about the way. Oh, yeah, I don't want to play DJ Envy stuff here because it's like child porn, like we did to the daughter. So yeah, y'all need to just go look at it real fast. Like go look at. We gotta see both of his daughters because one of his daughters he calls it on Halloween. Like, dude, why would your daughter do a video makeover on Halloween? What they gotta do with Halloween? Like, nah, it's a video. Nigga, she pretending to be one daughter's trying to pretend to be Aaliyah, and one is trying to pretend to be Lil Kim. Like, I'm like, what? Like, these are daughters. Like, why would you? And like, one is like maybe 15. Like, why you want her to pretend to be Aaliyah, like a grown ass woman who sings like sexual music? And then, I mean, her content ain't that bad. But then you got, I mean, at least do SWV, Escape, and then you go to, at the very least, TLC, and then you go to, then the youngest daughter, that's like 9, does a Little Kim crush on you. Video. I mean, these are videos. They're in the video looking like Aaliyah, what Aaliyah would wear. I mean, belly. I don't care if the shit was fake. Dude, you got a 15-year-old girl with belly room, and then she might be 17. Just look young. It's still not a good look. But you got your 9-year-old. And a lot of her age. She got the 9-year-old teeth. The big gaps all there. The teeth ain't grow back yet. So but she's worse. She's Little Kim crushing you. Got the whole outfit. The whole outfit. I'm like, yo, what kind of pedo Drake freaky god is this shit? Like, I mean, it really, it's gonna make you cringe. Like you couldn't, and he's doing a record. Ain't the wife doing it. Where you got like, yo, what are you thinking? It's the dad doing it. It's like, dude, it makes you give like some credibility. Let me speak a little slower. I'm getting hyper. It makes you believe there's some credibility into this Illuminati bullshit. Like, yo, why? Like, why? You're not like us in our condition where we trying to go viral and make a little money. Like, dude, you're already DJ Envy, you're on this syndicated radio, you're getting all this money, whatever, I ain't telling your pockets, but you get paid. You dig more than us. And you're like the best radio show in the country. And second, third, fourth, fifth best YouTube show. You dig? That deals with hip hop in the country. Hip hop is the biggest music, genre. So, nigga, I mean, but like, so why would you do it? And that's the thing about successful entertainers. Like, why are they starving for their kids? Like, Will Smith, this kid. Like, why do you starve to get your kid into entertainment? Like just get the little motherfucker. Like, dude, you rich. Just pay your kids education. Make that shit easy for them. Whether be a doctor, surgeon, everybody can BBL. Sir, you do BBL. Everybody get 15. You do that. You did liposuction or be a lawyer. You got these fucking rapper criminals. You know what I mean? And you got more rappers. You want these lawyers, like, like there's so much stuff you can like do for your kids where you was a minstrel show. That's what entertainment is. You got to take that sacrifice and be the blackface. But now you're able to get your respect back to your kids, your wife. They can have respectable careers and long lasting. And you know what I mean? Why everybody got to be entertainers? Like, yo, listen, y'all know that there are doctors and surgeons and dentists and all type of regular professions. Look at YSL. Look at Brian Still's lawyer. He $1 million lawyer. So you don't have to only get $1 million from entertainment. Look at the Walmart CEO who went to Starbucks, who makes $113 million, who makes $113 million a year, more than any athlete yearly, more than any athlete. Like, nobody's even close to him. Like, you need. What's the dude named Green from the Rockets contract plus who's another? Wemby. We ain't know that. He's too young. John Morant. Like, you got combined like niggas NBA salaries to equal his shit. $113 a year. but we all focus on NBA. We're only like about 100 of us can actually make it. 300 probably, 300, 400 could actually make it. Like, but stop. Like your chances are so slim. But to be a lawyer, there's a gazillion lawyers, a gazillion dentists, there's a gazillion this, gazillion that, gazillion CEOs. Like that's wild. All right, so yes. All right, yeah, you about to go to bed. All right. You're trying to talk over me. All right, so oh yeah, so now let's get to the YSL thing. No, so DJ Envy first. All right, so his daughters as well. I ain't playing that. It was disgusting. It was disgusting. I'm telling you. Take my word on that one. That shit was disgusting. Straight child porn. And I'm saying, yo, those 69, he was buying Yasha shit. Yo, those 69 guys, they definitely watching that those videos. They got that shit recorded in case screen record, in case he try to take that shit down. Nah, they got that shit screen recorded, man. 69 guys, you got your daughter. All right. So all right. So now YSL, like I said, the DEAs in this country system is broken mainly because the DEAs, like, they're not trying to get justice for the guilty person, or the person who's not guilty. They're just trying to win. So it's like, yo, I'm gonna win by any means, and my ways of winning, like my strategy of winning, is probably gonna get this guy who's really not involved in crime to that degree. But for me to get a guilty plea, I gotta make it pretend like he is. So instead of like his involvement probably only 3 years, but because I gotta go this far to get a guilty plea, I gotta pay him as Jim Jones. So he can get 40 years for something he's supposed to do. I mean, it's just wow how the system is. Like, and like if you watch 48, first 48, detectives, they be clapping and shit. Like, yo, somebody's brother died. Like, why we see that? Yo, man, like, it's that's why the system is broken. Behavior like that, man. That's why. All right. So anyway, when I first seen the RICO, but real quick, local government, local police force does RICO, does conspiracies, and the federal government does RICOs. Okay, so that's why it's all disorganized shit. That's local government. That's a difference between local government and federal government. Those who have to get Lil Durk and Diddy, they're gonna be like those Fannie Wilsons. They're gonna be like that. They're gonna be like Devil's Advocate, Keanu Reeves. They're gonna be like that. The motherfuckers gonna be sharp. All right. But anyway, like the degeneration of Black people, like, it's just amazing. So a guy who we all know is guilty of at least some of those crimes, definitely a gang leader of a dangerous, violent gang in Atlanta, he was able to come home and not like, even though he's still guilty of the charges and he's not going to be in custody in a jail cell for all those years, he's going to be in society with that sentence, right? We can't mess up. But why is Black society like, yay? Like, yo, we are crazy, yo. But again, that's why some people say degenerates and bell curve, all shit like that. Yeah, we're cheering that a criminal. Well, we're happy that the judicial system is so corrupt that they end up letting a criminal walk for whatever reason. He's walking, whatever plea he's walking. He's not in jail. He's walking, and we're happy. And the thing is, we create this element on us that other races are doing stories, and they're saying welcome home because they are afraid of the backlash that we would give them if they was to go hard on this goddamn criminal. You dig? So like, they're afraid of the Black outlash. You're racist, so they're gonna be like, yeah, welcome home, criminal. welcome. Like, but then, Charleston White said, "You Negroes, you ninjas." He said, "You ninjas are upset at police officers with immunity to kill black people, but you have no problem when Negroes have immunity to kill black people." Right? I mean, it's just the wildest reality ever. So anyway, so you ain't gonna see no free thug shit with me at all. Free thug, like, man, I'm not happy. Like I'm happy that he got a fair trial, fair as it went. It was getting corrupt, but I'm happy that it ended. Like, for me, I don't have a bias. It's like, look, I think you're guilty. I think she did 40 years, but I understand I was following the trial to a degree, so I understand the circumstances. I'm not mad at the outcome. It's like, yo, you're gonna go free for real. So let's give you something. You dig? And I'm okay with that. Even though I wish he was doing 40 years, but they botched it. Lil Durk, more degenerates, they get rich. YSL, Young Thug, Lil Durk, they get rich. They have the life. You know, what happened to, yo, I had to sell dope. Yo, I had to do this. It's either, you know what I mean? It's either, you know, sell drugs or be entertainer. And then when they become, the only way out the hood is to sell drugs and be entertainer. So you're out the hood, but you're not out the hood. It's like, so you lied. You lied and said you're trying to get out the hood, and the only way to do it is to sell drugs or entertainer. Well, you were a successful entertainer, and you're out the hood, but you came back to the hood. So now, what's your reason now? So that's why some people say degenerates. All right. So Uncle Joanna did a show on Community of Skeptics, and yesterday they dealt with some tennis stuff, and they touched on scientific racism, which I know a little bit about. So I just want to say scientific racism is like the one drop rule, or black people are like just stupid, like for no reason. They just stupid. White people are just smart. Black people, like, that's scientific racism. Like, just for no reason, like no conditions cause it. You're just inherently stupid. You dig? Just because you're black, just because you're dark and darker, just because you're darker than us, you're just stupid. So that's scientific racism. So you would think that, you know, the Jewish community, they got a never again slogan because of what happened to them, right? And they happen to them in different places, different countries, the same thing, the same stereotypes. People want to hurt them. So like they have a never again approach on life. So they won't let you cough anything that's somewhat anti-Semitic. They will charge you and you ain't even being anti-Semitic. They like, we don't care, it's close enough. So with ours, scientific racism kept us on the plantation, right? It was a justification. We're slow, we're stupid, not humans. So don't let us go. We're like not much far from a beast, right? So that's education, but under scientific racism. And then you have misinformation, right? And that's what kept us segregated. So because scientific racism led to misinformation largely among whites. So they had no problem justifying segregation. Then you had no information. That's what we were left. And it created a race of illiteracy. So the bottom line is that we should be anti-illiteracy, anti-misinformation, no information, and scientific racism. But we promote scientific racism for pseudo reasons. Why was that? Never heard of it. All right. So what is this? Oh, I got my music. Let me put it over here. Wait, should I play it in the background? Let me see how this goes. I might play it in the background. Let's see. Turn it down a little bit and play it in the background. Let's see how this goes. Let's see if this is dope. Oh my God. See, this is what I'm talking about. make sure this wasn't no Dr. Dre shit. Go. No, let's go. All right, I do like that. No, you hold it. All right. Okay. So now, the white people try to make us the first pseudos, basically, when it was misinformation, giving us misinformation and scientific racism and no information. They were trying to make us the first pseudos. That's why I'm so against pseudoisms and like false information, because like, dude, they were trying to make us the mascot for misinformation, scientific racism, and illiteracy, and you voluntarily pick it up for like religious cult reasons. Which is wild. Okay, now let's go into hip hop. All right. So anyway, so white producers end up making a lane for themselves in hip hop. They became like, they ain't good at rapping, dancing, do other shit. So they said, you know what? Let's be producers, make beats, and let's be great. And like, if you look at producers, you'll see a lot of them are white, and they're real good at it. So like, so they created a lane for themselves in hip hop. All right. Now, breakdancing. Is that part of hip hop? The answer is yes. Who created hip hop? No, I'm sorry. Who created breakdancing? That's where people are split. Okay. So Tariq Nasheed, let me see if I can get his. Let me see if I can pull up Tariq Nasheed misinformation. I'm gonna turn down just a little bit. All right, we're gonna do like that. All right, so let me pull up Tariq Nasheed real quick. His debate with Dr. Cologne, because breakdancing was brought up, and I placed. Oh, I gotta click it. Okay. This one? Look how slow this mouse.
At all. Rock dance and the Latin breakdown.
No, ain't no Latin breakdown and the rock dance. And so crack rock dance, because you gotta be smoking, crack rock to believe that y'all influenced us with some damn rock dance. Give me a break, all right? It's the crack rock.
What instruments
so anyway,
do you hear in the breaks?
Dr. Coleman, Derek Cologne, was arguing that breakdancing, okay, if you're saying blacks created, and I'm saying Latinos created, then one of us gotta show how dancing in black culture or dancing in Latino culture evolved to breakdancing. Breakdancing is kind of like one of our cultures had to be doing something close to it and closer, which led to this. So Dr. Olin said, hey man, we had Latin rock. Latin rock is close to, that's where breakdancing came from. So Tariq Nasheed, he said, let's see. So he said, you must have spoken crack rock if that's true. So he's saying Latin rock wasn't, he's saying breakdancing didn't evolve from Latin rock. We'll see. But I want to play the video where Tariq did this. Just playing it.
You hear foundational Black American drums. You hear percussions. That's what you hear in the breaks, and you hear funk. You hear funk being hit on the one. That's what you hear.
The foundation was from 75, and it's top rock, it's footwork, it's freezes. That's
and top rock and top rock dances, we've been doing that since the 1890s. That's the chart.
There we go. So he did say, so Tariq Nasheed said, we've been doing top rock since the 1890s, right?
the
top
foundation.
rock and top rock dances. We've been doing that since the 1890s. That's the Charleston.
Okay, so
it's
he
not
tried
the
to say it
same
was
thing.
the Charleston or the Lindy Hop, right? So we got it. We got the comparisons. Tariq Nasheed said breakdancing comes from the 1890s black culture, from the Lindy Hop, the Charleston Lindy Hop. Dr. Colin said, nah, breakdancing evolved from Latin rock. But you know what's funny? I didn't know Latin rock was really Latin rock. Niggas doing rock and roll in Spanish. That shit was crazy. Like, you know, I'm shocked that y'all went that. That shit was crazy. Yeah, if y'all got a Latin rock and roll track, let me know. Type it in the comments. That's what's wild. That shit was so ass. So we got the Lindy Hop and we got Latin rock. All right. So Lindy Hop, we got Latin rock. So let's look at the Lindy Hop one more time. We already did this. This way. There we go. So let's just look at the black those no excuse. Okay. So keep in mind, Tariq Nasheed said breakdancing evolved from this. Let's see if we can steep breakdancing into this thread. Then we'll compare and contrast. Load up. Load up any day now. This is the Charleston Lindy Hop. Black folks did it first. Let's be unbiased. Okay, so the black folks crashed. Three tabs is too much.
Progressive Commercial Insurance offers affordable small business protection. You can receive discounts on commercial auto insurance for
Charleston is frequently thought of as the grandfather of Lindy Hop. It's a dance that you can do solo and partnered, and as is the case with six count, it's much easier to do this dance partnered if you already have it in your body.
So these look like some break dancing. Okay. Hold on. Let's play some more. All right, this should look like breakdancing came from.
Dance. Here you can see a Gullah Geechee of language, custom, culture, cuisine, and dance. Here you can see a Gullah Geechee boy doing early Charleston in front of the Jenkins
That looks like breakdancing. Like, let's be honest. Remember, he said it evolved from this.
Band, which has a crazy interesting history in and of itself, which we won't go into. To further connect the origin of Charleston to Africa, according to jazz dance, Charleston proved similar to a dance called the King Sailor in Trinidad and the Bolo dance of the Igbo tribe in West Africa. And at this point, I just want to take a moment to say I'm so sorry for my pronunciation of everything. Now, of course, if you watch early footage, Charleston is most strongly associated with white flappers. Because, I mean, of course it was. Anyhow, back to the grandfather of Lindy Hop. You can really see the link between Lindy Hop and Charleston in the 1929 clip After Sieben. After Seven? I'm not sure. Anyhow, the third couple, Shorty Stump and Liza Underdunk, just kidding, their real names are Shorty George Snowden and Maddie Purnell, are doing this thing called the Breakaway, which is the link between front-to-front Charleston and the swing out we know.
Breakaway, it says break, so breakdancing looks nothing like breakdancing.
And love today. Note about that clip, the announcer James Barton is in blackface. When you talk about Lindy Hop history, you're gonna run into some racism. Other note about that.
All right. Is that why you like it so much?
Video evidence of side-by-side Charleston, though of course we can't know what the original dancers did.
Okay, so that's his evidence that breakdancing came from Black American. All right. Let's compare contrast. So now let's look at what the Puerto Rican said. He said, nah, Latin rock. So now let's look at Latin rock. Let's see which one compares. Here we are. So we see Lindy Hop. Now let's see. Okay. So in case you forgot, this is great. Lindy Hop look remotely close to anything like this. Okay? Absolutely not. I ain't got no Lindy Hop.
Hey, what's up? It's Lady Jules, star of B-Girl. Welcome. You just saw a clip from B-Girl the movie. I was doing a move called Latin Rock, so I'm gonna teach you that right now. So it's really easy. You're just gonna step out to the side, distribute your weight to the outside. So don't do this.
Now listen, when breakdancing, you know how they
outside foot. So it's just step out.
Now breakdancing, you know how they be warming up when the first person going, you doing wait. That's what she's doing right here, and you can see that shit and this and that.
Step out. Let's just step out. Step.
Let's get to it.
Kick. It's called Latin rock, so you gotta add the hip, right? Touch out, hip, touch out. Now with the arms.
All right, so far, which one looks more like breakdancing? The Lindy Hop shit that Karina Steve said, or this right here? Which one closely resembles breakdancing?
Simple, let's go in, then out. Front, then out. So when you kick out front, arm, add the hip, put some style and flavor into it. And that's Latin rocks.
That's Latin rock, all right? But now Tari Nashi is like the Umar, huh? Okay, so Tari Nashi is a Dr. Umar. You believe it? That must be good. So Tari Nashi, he is the Dr. Umar of hip hop, like of debating hip hop, because he's the only person that said that crazy shit. He said the breakdancing comes from the Lindy Hop, Charleston Lindy Hop. Nobody else says that. Like nobody, even people that argue breakdancing comes from black folks, nobody used that as their reference. All right. So let's get to one more time. Let's get to one more time what LordJamar said. I keep saying Jamar. LordJamar said about breakdancing. I don't know which clip it is. I'll play this one. But he definitely ain't gonna agree with Turkey and sheep. So they want a bigger picture show. These people mad hot. Yeah, it is.
Do you consider breaking part of hip hop?
It's a hip hop
So
dance.
do you consider
Yes.
breaking a part of hip hop, right? So, like I said, the answer is yes. That's why he just said it. So breakdance is part of hip hop.
Breaking part of hip hop.
It's a hip hop dance, yes, but I don't think it's an element. It's a separate element. You see the same way they want to wave the Puerto Rican flag instead of just be black? Breakdancing is just a dance. It's just a.
Now he's coming from the angle that's pseudo, that's a scientific racism, but he comes back from the angle that Latinos are black. Like that's like argument. This is why I'm glad we had this conversation. Okay, Latinos are black. Right? Here's what I'm saying. Black Muslims. It's like, all right, are they FBA? They be like, okay, all right. Chinese, Indian, Hawaiian, black, Latino. That's nothing wrong with that. Make everybody black. All right. They're Latinos, bro.
Form of hip hop dance. stop singling it out. And when people stopped breakdancing and we played hip hop, it still was hip hop. When motherfuckers stopped writing graffiti, it still was hip hop. These are just byproducts of the music. Hip hop is the music. When the beat, first of all, hip hop really, even rapping is a byproduct of what hip hop originally was, because hip hop originally was the extension of those beats, cutting it up on time and all that type of shit. I used to walk around with a box and just play beats. I didn't need fucking rappers over.
Do you consider okay? So that's him explaining. I'm gonna go to his early argument in breakdancing because I think he's gonna say black people started, but he won't say no crazy shit. Which I don't believe. I don't believe black people started breakdancing. Okay. Now, let me say this. Upon came into the mentality that black folks started it. That's what I always knew. That's why I'm unbiased sports. I came in with a preconceived notion, I did unbiased research, and I said, wait, it's not making, it's not adding up. The math ain't math. So Tariq Nasheed said the Lindy Hop evolutionized breakdancing. We seen no comparison, no similar, nothing. So we know that's a lie. Now let's see how let's see what LordJamar, let's see what he says breakdancing came out of. Because if he's gonna claim it's black, what dancing prior did it come out of that evolved to that? And nobody can give you a dance. If white folks said, hey, we created the Running Man, you would want to know, like, how did you come to that conclusion? Like, we would ask them the same standards. Like, yo, if breakdancing is black, then why we can't show prior dances that evolutionized breakdancing? We just can't see it.
Breakdancing been fucking faded out. I don't even know why they attach themselves to breakdancing, and I'll tell you why, to try to include the Puerto Rican.
It's good. I mean, it ain't great. Might won't be better.
Ricans. Black people make dances every other fuck. I'll tell you why, to try to. Now listen to me. When breakdancing been fucking faded out. I don't even know why they attach themselves to breakdancing, and I'll tell you why, to try to include the Puerto Ricans. Black people make dances every other fucking week. What the fuck are we holding on to breakdancing for?
So now, that's like the Black Egypt argument. It's like, yo, we're Egyptians because we just Egyptians. It's in Africa, right? Like, he really, so Tariq Nasheed tried to claim a dance we did prior that became breakdance. It made no sense. There's no similarities at all. So he doesn't. So you see, he don't repeat that crazy shit. He just say it's ours. It was ours. We put it down, and Latinos picked it up. But he really ain't explained who introduced it first. Is black. Hey, stop. He never explained who in the black community started breakdancing first. Because like they quick to say, hey, this is the first black graffiti artist in hip hop. This is the first black rapper, first black DJ, first black this, first black that. But they don't say who's the first black breakdancer, and they don't even give you the dances that we were doing prior that came to breakdancing.
You know what came after breakdancing? The fucking freak.
We don't care. So you see what he's doing with the argument? Is like, okay, dude, you're running from, I don't care what dance you did before breakdancing and the dance you did afterwards. That's not the argument. The argument is, did black people, or even Jamaicans, FBA, Jamaican, anybody dark, did they originate breakdancing? And the answer is emphatically no. And this is why Tariq Nasheed, who's supposed to be a hip hop historian, failed. And now LordJamar, who's a hip hop historian, you could say, failing too, trying to explain how black people started breakdancing. They can't do it. So he's trying to use logic. Hey, we create all type of dances. Breakdancing is just one of them. No, we can see that black people irrefutably created the dances before and afterwards. We don't see No. But we don't see breakdancing.
Fucking The Rock. That's why they like freak, y'all. A rock, y'all. They telling you what dance to do. Okay?
The rooftop.
The baseball bat.
Rabbit hole, like that's straw man. They argue something totally. This is straw man. This is separate argument.
Wow, the Bismarcky, the Joski Love,
correct.
The fucking the Inspector Gadget. Come on, like, stop it with this breakdance shit. The electric slide. How many versions of the electric slide exist just off the electric slide?
Yeah.
Keep in mind what he said, because I'm gonna use an argument to rebut that. But he said because we created all these dances before breakdancing and after breakdancing, that somehow we created breakdancing. That don't add up to me, but whatever. But that argument is going to fight him. And it's going to support the reverse. It's going to support you did not create breakdancing. Right.
Why are we holding on to breakdancing? We put that down, and the Puerto Ricans picked it up when the movie.
We put that down. You ain't never had it. You tried it. Like if you tried breakdancing, you shit. Now I'm gonna go back to rapping. I'm gonna go back to doing the dances he just said, the WAP and Running Man and all that shit. Cabbage Patch. The breakdancing shit, it just wasn't what appealed to us because we didn't start it from one, and then we try to pick it up. We see the Latinos introduce it to hip hop, and they're doing it in hip hop settings, but we're trying to do it, and small percentage of us started to do it, but that was heavily dominated by Latinos. That was their thing. Yeah. There was no, like, you got CrazyLegs. You got CrazyLegs who's like best breakdancer ever, right? And if somebody that Latinos gonna definitely champion, yo, we got, like, for example, if Latinos say, yo, I got Joel Ortiz, what's up? We gonna say, I got Crazy. Okay. When they say I got CrazyLegs, who is the black community saying, I got this black guy that battled CrazyLegs? Like, there's nobody, there's no name. At that time, there was no name to like mention. So you can't mention a name, you're done. Because they are recalling history to make the arguments. The initial arguments who created hip hop, so as a result, Black Americans are naming Black Americans that created hip hop. So why you can't name the Black American who started breakdance, or even was great at breakdancing at that time, the same way Latinos name CrazyLegs and other Latinos who were great at breakdancing. You just can't do it. And you're co-opting something that you didn't start, no different than the Egypt thing and other things. Like, you're taking somebody's stuff. You can't do that.
Movie cameras came in. You see? And that's why they're known for being the breakdancers. Now, if nobody knew about breakdancing and you came to it, you'd think the Asians made this shit up.
You won't, because you'll see documentaries and movies of breakdancing. Matter of fact, we're going to debunk that, because other cultures outside of America that does breakdancing, they admit Jews do it. Them. Okay, so that's a lot.
Because they're fucking dominating the shit right now.
I think they
right
made it
now.
a sport.
It's an Olympics.
So, do you consider breaking part of hip hop?
It's a hip hop dance. Yes,
okay,
but
so now let's move on. So that was like that to catch everybody up. I think you didn't see my last live dealing with breakdance. Okay, so let's go to the question. Reference to breakdance, right? Yeah, what is this? Okay. This is All right, we're back. All right, so let's get back to it. What do you want? Yeah, go call him. Okay. Oh, I know where I was at. So let's go ahead. This is Grandmaster Kaz. This is where I was at. I'm gonna get you ready for bed. All right, give me Kaz. It's only 22 seconds. If it was 1 minute, I'd have left and came back. But 22 seconds, it's gonna keep. And now I'm just gonna let it keep repeating. Okay, go. Go to bed. No, go wrong. Here, come. Slow down. Go. Oh yeah, good. All right. God damn. Messing my live up, man. All right, so they didn't play good. Great.
I'm making that point to say that Hispanics were involved in hip hop in every element in the early days, but predominantly hip hop is black culture, okay? And predominantly done by black people. And I mean black by black Negroes, whatever you want. I'm making that point to say that Hispanics were involved in hip hop in every element in the early days, but predominantly hip hop is black culture. Okay.
So Grandmaster Kaz weighing in on the subject. All right. All right, so let's get to CrazyLegs.
When I went to France a while ago, I was talking to this Algerian brother, and he was just like, yo, you understand why France got into breaking and hip hop and all that stuff? I'm like, no, I don't know. Tell me. He goes, well, we saw Flashdance. We thought you were all African. Wow. You look like Moroccans, Algerians, and Turkish. And they said, since they thought that we were them, they got into breaking. They're like, oh, that's what we're doing now. And I was like, oh shit, I had no idea. But I also know that the only place we felt comfortable when we would go on tour and our management didn't like it because they thought we were crazy, we're like, yo, take us to the hood. Because they want to take us to the Eiffel Tower and all this other shit. We're like, yo, just take us to the hood. That's all we want to go to do, hang out with, you know, brothers out there who understand us. Right. And to this day, the people I deal with most in France are Algerian or African. When I went to France a while ago.
This Mad, Hopper, and DjPhase, they stay flagging me. So I know that I'm getting flagged. This, I don't know why. I'm playing. This is illegal.
The first time I saw breaking was 1976, because my brother and Africa Islam were part of the organization. The organization was what eventually became, well, organization originally was a Black Spades, became an organization, became Zulu Nation.
Okay.
Right. So I saw my brother rocking out, I thought he looked stupid, like why is he throwing himself on the floor, making us look humiliating the family. And Africa Islam lived on the same block as us. And Africa Islam was, you know,
CrazyLegs. So he's regarded as
all
the
that
most
stuff.
famous,
And
also the best.
He was also the neighborhood track star. And the crazy thing is that all the years, and Africa Islam was also the first DJ for Rocksteady crew.
Wow.
And I had no idea, even him, who dates.
Okay, not only regarded the best and the most famous breakdancer, is not like Latino. This is period, all across all races.
Back further than me, I had no idea until last year that he was half Puerto Rican. I asked him. The first time I saw breaking was 1976.
Because somebody, I didn't catch it, but somebody, he didn't know that they were half Puerto Rican, half Latino, because they were like hiding. So when you hear these guys tell these stories, you're gonna catch this thing a lot. Like, so a lot of Hispanic people, a lot of Jamaicans, like everybody were not disclosing like who they are with their background. They were all like under the guise Black American. So it's their fault why a lot of smoke, confusion, who did what, because you guys pretended to be Black American. But then 80 years later, like, I'm Jamaican. Yeah, we did it. Or if the person dies and somebody 100 years later says, that person was Jamaican. Like, well, he never said that. He always positioned himself American. So I gotta on that one. Yeah, so, but we'll get into that because there's clips of people giving a testimony on that. All right. So, DJ CharlieChase, first Latino DJ, and we got CrazyLegs, the most famous rapper and the best. At that time, the best breakdance on the right. This is the first person as like the best, the most popular Latino breakdance. Anyway, they're gonna explain how they were able to survive. But once
we had a little
more DJing started to fade out, at least their style, and once breakdance started to fade out, they're going to explain how they were able to survive along with other people, and bring it like, and that just guide their life, their livelihood. They're able to breakdance and DJ and maintain like an income for them while other folks just retired, just faded out.
That we had a little more business sense than everybody else in the hood did. Just a little bit more, which was enough that got us over that hump, if you understand what I mean.
Yes.
Everybody else was still trying to make moves and this and that, but they couldn't take it to the next level, which well, you had to have the vision to do that, right? You had to see where the ship was going to be able to navigate through the rocks and everything. We had that. We had just enough. We weren't freaking Einstein at this, but we had just enough to pull us over the ledge. That we had a little more business.
So there you go. And sometimes it just, that's evolution. Like, we were all part of it together, but we seen where it was being shut down. We seen the ceiling for it as we keep doing it the way we're doing it. There's a ceiling, there's an end of the road for it. Voice to man. But we got to figure something out. And they did, and they was able to keep going. Everybody else was buried. They're very back me. Pun intended. All right, so let's get out of there. Okay, so now I got I got a couple more clips. Got a few more than a couple. Turn the music down a little bit. Hopefully that sounds better. That's be better.
Graffiti, we had stick letters, we had bubble letters, and we had crown letters. All right? Name one Puerto Rican that created those type of letters and put that towards hip hop. Name their culture that created that style, any of those styles, and put it to the creation of hip hop. Name that.
So that's an argument for graffiti. So DjPhase.
We stopped breakdancing, right, when Puerto Ricans came in, right, and messed it up. Right.
Okay, so now, again, I just want to reemphasize that I do not believe this fairy tale that Black people, Black Americans, or anybody Black started breakdancing. They have, the burden of proof is on them. And Black people have failed to give us something remotely close we were doing, and we could see similarities between that and breakdancing and Draw Nation. Like, there is absolutely nothing. It's almost like breakdancing, if we created it, it's like the pyramid shit. It's like here in West Africa, and damn, pyramids. Like, so we're doing this, we're doing that, and then this is just breakdance out of nowhere. Let's get on the ground and start spinning and diming and all this funky freeze. Like, no. But Latinos about to source up. They're about to show how before there was a thing called breakdancing, they had their Latin rock, and they were doing some breakdancing shit. Watch, it's going to be irrefutable. It's going to play right now. It's going to be irrefutable proof for me and for you. If you unbiased, in your own right, you'll know when you see this. It's going to look identical.
Hey, that's another thing. Look, that's another thing. Listen.
And I'm doing
listen.
You can get mad at me.
Right.
You can say whatever you want, but acrobats over Beethoven is not b-boying.
Right. Babe, you know what it is? Now listen to this. Listen. You know what it is? I just think these dudes, there's only one or two. It's not Puerto Ricans as a whole. Let's say that. It's not. It's just one or two. You know what I'm saying? But listen,
we stopped breakdancing
right
when Puerto Ricans came in,
right,
and messed it up.
Yeah. Yeah, just show us. Don't talk us to death. Show us these black guys breakdancing. That's all. Real simple. Okay. So now, you know, in every untruth, there's some truth in it, right? Because everything he's saying, everything isn't untrue, but the conclusion is. Okay, so I will explain. So this is all my research. This is all my findings.
Listen to this and think about it. If you're doing a flip,
all right, so we seen the Lindy Hop. So this is Latin rock. See, you have the rock stars in the back, Latino rock stars in the back. So we're finally here. I'm gonna go back. Look at the guy that's dancing. Be honest with your heart. I know it's gonna hurt. I know it's gonna hurt because you believe you were Egyptians and that was taken from you, and now you believe that you started breakdancing, and that has been stripped from you tonight. Okay, so I know this hurt. I know this hurt, but if you've seen the Lindy Hop, that Tariq Nasheed claimed started breakdancing, and the Latinos, their claim is Latin rock started breakdancing. Now the guy right here, tell me if what he's doing look more like breakdancing, or did those black folks back in the 1900s, the Lindy hopping, did that look more like breakdancing? So who looked more like breakdancing? Which dancing? This Latin rock, this guy right here dancing, or all those black folks dancing? Watch this. Let me go back a little bit more. Like I said, just be honest with yourself.
If you're doing a flip, right?
All right, now you see his one hand got on the ground and he kicked his feet up. Now, is that more like breakdancing, or is that Lindy Hop bullshit more like breakdancing? I mean, stop.
If you're doing a flip, right?
Now you see the music is behind? So we know that this is not hip hop yet. This is Latin rock. Latin rock is literally Latinos doing rock and roll. Okay, so they're back to singing some rock and roll shit. And this guy is out here almost breakdancing. This is clear evidence to me, but you're gonna hear the music in a second. So you'll see that they clearly, when they embraced hip hop and when they came into hip hop, and when they was listening to hip hop songs with hip hop beats, you can see that they clearly brought Latin rock dancing into it and started to just evolve it and make it fit hip hop music.
Or you're doing this spinning on your head or whatever, right? What does that have to do with the break?
So you trying to tell me that this don't look more? Look at even how they dressed. This don't look like breakdancing. Even how they dressed. You can even argue that they brought some of the dress code into breakdancing. So not breakdancing, to hip hop. Look at it. And wait, so that don't look like pop blocking? So he ain't popping? So this guy right here, he ain't breakdancing before breakdancing, and he's not pop locking before pop locking? Like, again, just be honest with yourselves, man. Just me, it ain't nothing to like stick to the truth. Yeah, because like I said, coming into this, I believe he started breakdancing. Yeah, what you want? Okay, now. And after all this research, yeah, take it off. And after all this evidence, I'm like, nah, yeah, we definitely starting no damn breakdancing. Just like I came into it believing we built the pyramids. And then after all that overwhelming evidence, hell no, we ain't building not one. So again, tell me he's not breakdancing.
What does that have?
Not pop locking.
It's spinning on your head or whatever, right?
He ain't pop locking.
What does that have to do with the break?
So he ain't pop locking?
Name one thing that has to do with
You
the
saying
break.
they off beat?
Like, you can see exactly how pop locking started right there. Hey, y'all want to argue? Y'all want to argue against this? Y'all gonna be embarrassed on the big stage. Y'all want to argue? Y'all want to debate this? Y'all crazy.
Off beat.
Not only are they off
Y'all
beat,
gonna lose your credibility. Because remember, when you deny this, it's so clear, and you debate in front of the public. I mean, you're so grossly wrong that you might lose your credibility in everything else that you talk about.
what are they doing it to?
What are you just spun on the ground with one hand?
You doing it? You could go, and you acrobating, you doing flips. That's breaking. That's b-boying.
Okay, so everything he's saying is the reason why they brought it in. Okay, so everything he's explaining, trying to like play it down. Well, he's actually being honest, but he's trying to play it down too. But everything he's saying is the argument for why Black Americans did not introduce it. And like I said, the links in there, phone numbers in there. If you think you started breakdancing, click the link, call the number. Okay? Go ahead. But this is my evidence that Latinos created. You show me your shit. You got YouTube. Show me some Black people doing anything close to this before breakdancing.
That's hip hop.
They used to laugh and call me names, and at times they even call me crazy. Watch out, there goes that crazy boy. Better watch out, there goes that crazy boy. Watch out, there goes that crazy boy. Better watch out, there goes that crazy boy.
That's breaking.
Yes, that's breaking, and the proof that look what he just said. He just said they're not on beat, right? Which is true. They're not on beat. Dumbass. That's the first flag. Let go. Hey, you want to eat it, or you going to eat it? Okay, get out of here. Open it. Okay, no, leave it. I'm eating it. So again, that works against you because I agree. Like the dances Black folks will create, because like we're like to this day, we are so serious about being on beats. You got to rap on beat. That's why I get on that corny ass artist Blueface. I still to shock it. You see, hey, what are you doing? No, you're not getting it. You shot. Go later. Go back in the room. You see how Silk the Shocker rapped off beat and we killed them. You see how Blueface raps off beat, we killed them. So everything for Black people is always about being on beat. Do you think that Black folks would have created a dance where we're not on beat? All right, hold on. All right. So, like I said, so do you really think, as we want to be on beat, and that's like, it's like a sin. It's like go off beat, dancing, rapping for black folks. Do you really think that black folks will create a dance where it's off beat? Like, there's no way to possibly break dance on beat, especially when you're on the ground. Like, you might could pop block on beat, but you're not spinning on beat. You're not trolling around doing a dime. That shit all beat. That's one of my key red flags. Which, besides the obvious evidence we just watched, that black folks ain't starting fucking breakdancing. We ain't gonna make no dance off beat. So that's the only dance. So the only dance that's the most controversial amongst the black community, not on beat. Like, stop. So every dance before that, every dance after that, on beat. Second thing, LordJamar said, yo, we make a dance every day. Exactly. We don't make dances where they last for like several years. He just said we got so many electric slides. Exactly. Because we'll start a dance and then we're off it. Like, some dances don't even last for a year before we moved on. So many different electric slides because we don't come back to the dance. It's done. And I had a crazy idea that somebody should start, because it's a way to get our dances in the Olympics, starting with us. But breakdancing is not our dance. We start that shit. It's in the Olympics, because it's acrobatic. Like he said, like this guy, DjPhase, is like, it's kind of funny. He said, we didn't start some shit where we're gonna do acrobatic flips on a Beethoven. He's like trying to clown. But yeah, it's true. And that's more the reason why we didn't start this shit. You dig? So all the proof that you're saying you're dissing breakdancing is the proof that we didn't start it. All what you're saying. I agree. We wouldn't, because you see what there's breakdancing on. They were breakdancing to that song. Look at this song. This shit, like, this is not hip hop at all. Who fucking breakdance to that? I mean, like, who can like, come on, man. Now, the burden of proof. Now, you're not even that. Your evidence is on you now. This shit's close as hell to breakdancing. Can you show something in black culture dancing that is more closer to breakdancing than this? If you can't, shut up. Apologize and stop claiming breakdancing. Stop claiming breaking. That's what I said. Once I seen the evidence, and I started doing, it is off beat, and they are dancing to some shit that we would never dance to. It's like, yeah, we definitely ain't starting goddamn breakdance. And that, amongst a plethora of other things that I came across, and then the inconsistent shit that black folks throw out to claim breakdance. It's like, nah, enough. The Lindy Hop, stop. The Lindy Hop, stop. This shit right here, close as hell. Close as hell to breakdancing. If you even see what they're wearing, they look like the Latinos dress code during hip hop breakdancing. When they introduced this to hip hop, they look the same. Like the clothing, like in the hairstyle, it's like damn near similar. Look at the guy, the first guy in front of him on the floor. Look at his get up. He looked like the guy from the goddamn Crush Groove. What the little Spanish guy got? Look like Michael Jackson. See his glove? That's the same shit they was wearing like when they introduced breakdancing to hip hop. Like the clothing is almost identical to what they was wearing when they introduced breakdancing to hip hop. The headband, like this type of stuff. Look at this shit. The shoes, the pants. Come on. Y'all know. Y'all, and just like y'all know y'all ain't Egyptian, y'all know y'all ain't start breakdancing, but you're gonna hold on to it anyway and look like a fool. Not me.
That's breaking, that's b-boying, that's hip-hop. Listen to this.
Yeah, it definitely is. I know you don't like it. And this is why black people ain't do it, because for the same reason you're saying. So I'm saying like a large majority did not do that. But what's like, come on, like what percentage of the hip hop community were trying to actually be great at breakdancing? Like, come on, you know, it's like a small percentage. But now think about every dance before breakdancing that black people actually started, and think about, and I'm talking about popular dancing, because breakdancing was popping, it was popular. So think about every popular black dance before breakdancing, and think about every popular black dance after breakdancing. The majority of black hip hoppers were doing those dances. I think it's a coincidence that the majority of us wasn't doing breakdancing. It's because we didn't introduce it. We tried it. Some kept to it. Others, like myself, like, nah, this ain't for me. And look how complex it is. Like, look at all the talents and skills you gotta have. Like, we make simple shit like just dance. We don't do no complex. Look at all the electric slides. Look at the Tootsie whatever Drake did. Look at the R. Kelly dance. Like, it'd be simple shit. It don't be no complex shit where we gotta like, you know, and we going like, the breakdance people got hurt trying to shit, broke bones, Achilles, all this shit. Like, what dances do we do where we get hurt, severely hurt trying to do it? No, we make dances pretty much almost where a 5-year-old can do it. Okay, so like I said, so y'all can chalk up breakdancing. That's not FBA, that's not Black Caribbean, that African, kiss that shit goodbye. That's a Latino invention. That's a Latino introduction to hip hop. Okay. So he went further with this. Yeah, chalk that shit up. Breakdancing is a Latino invention and a Latino introduction. Good, DjPhase. Go ahead and explain more. Trying to hold on to breakdancing. That's wild.
Listen to this and think about it. If you're doing a flip, right? Or you're doing this spinning on your head or whatever, right? What does that have to do with the break? Name one thing that has to do with the break.
You're saying they off beat. They off beat.
Not only are they off beat,
what are they doing it to? You off beat, and black folks don't dance off beat.
Right. What are you doing? You could go.
Exactly. That's why breakdancing is not on beat to anything. So she's like playing like a musical instrument, saying it. You could breakdance to this. You're right. Which is more proof why we ain't start this shit. We ain't gonna make a dance, but you can play that instrument right there, and our dance is on beat to that. You're exactly right. The breakdancing was some old acrobatic shit, like you said, but it was their culture. It was some shit that Latinos did, and it excited them. They brought it to their music, and then they brought it to hip hop versus our music, and now it's part of hip hop because they when it got to us, they evolutionized breakdancing. You know, they perfected it. Okay, so now let's go to some more stuff. Here, get your water. No. Sorry, now you're going back to bed. Here, get your water. Then you're gonna lay back down. No, so if you don't have it. Go back to your room. Here. I'm trying to dance like you out, like you free. Go back. So you touch on. Did I replay this? No. Okay, I probably got some repeat clips.
In the South Bronx where hip hop was created.
And so I put out the record South Bronx.
Right.
And today, it's to be scholarly correct, hip hop started in the
Fat
West
Joe,
Bronx.
you gotta hold that L on that one. You repeated misinformation from the guy who started the misinformation through a song. South Bronx, South Bronx. So Fat Joe from South Bronx, and so a lot of Latinos, so they felt like they had ends on. So now we're past breakdancing. You know, breakdancing was a Latino invention and Latino introduction. Now we're talking about hip hop, because he's trying to argue Latinos helped invent hip hop. So he started off with a lie.
In the South Bronx where hip hop was created.
That's what Latinos are, right? Well, KRS-One, correct them. Why you correct them? Why you said South Bronx hip hop was created? Go.
And so I put out the record South Bronx.
Right.
And today, it's to be scholarly correct, hip hop started in the West Bronx. It never started in the South Bronx.
See, that's that, Joe. You see? See, you're repeating KRS-One, but you don't know that for yourself. But you're saying it like you know it for sure. That's why when you don't know something for sure, but you're a part of the conversation, you have to say it was said, or KRS-One said, something like that. You don't want to be the owner of the information, because now you look like a fool. You want math hop, big stage, and hip hop was created in South Bronx, nope, West Bronx, and you weren't there.
It never started in the South Bronx.
In August 1973, a young Jamaican-born New Yorker known as DJ Kool Herc threw a party in the South Bronx.
Okay, again, too late. Hip hop was already West Bronx. So even this narrative, it's okay, because he didn't say he started it. So it's okay. As long as they don't say you started it, hip hop in the South Bronx, or created it, you're okay. So, but to his KRS-One, he said that was misinformation.
It never started in the South Bronx. It never started in the South Bronx.
But the problem is hip hop did not start in the South Bronx.
Not only did that not happen, but so what? You were there. If you was there.
You're saying even if they was there.
If they was right, like I just told you, you could be standing right here.
In the South Bronx where
Yes,
hip hop was
basically
created.
just because you were there. Like, for example, I'll finish this analogy, or a different one. Just because I was right there to fix a car accident, a bad car accident, it doesn't mean I was involved in the car accident. So the claim, but he's saying, but Latino say I was there when hip hop was created. Okay, I was there when the car accident happened, but I didn't take part in the accident. So that's their claim. Like, you were there. We're not gonna argue that, but you weren't responsible for why it was created or during its creation. Okay, so now let's move on to LordJamar, speaking on hip hop now. Okay, like I said, we're past breakdancing. We know Latinos introduced it and invented it. So now we're going to hip hop. So a lot. I got to go back and watch this. A lot of great points was made here. Whoever this guy is right here, he made some great points.
The only time they experience their own culture is inside their apartment.
Yep.
So their own culture becomes alien to them because it's not reinforced when they walk out their door. So from
when they go to
childhood,
school,
right?
Everybody's speaking in English, and then when they go home, they're like, a lot of times they was almost embarrassed that their mother speaking Spanish and all of this type of shit. Like, man, like.
And we cracked jokes on them. It was an insult to say you was dressed like a Puerto Rican or a Jamaican. That was an insult.
That was an insult.
You know what I'm saying? Right.
That was and Kool Herc said it. He said, "Man, I had my cowboy boots on. They used to call them shits roach stompers."
The only time they experience their own culture is inside their apartment.
Yep.
So their own culture becomes alien to them because it's
All right,
not
so
it's not
basically he's
reinforced when
saying
they
a
work.
lot of people from the islands, whether it be Hispanic or Jamaican, he's saying that most of their culture was hip hop. This is why they almost can believe they was a part of the creation, because that's all they really know as far as the culture. He's saying like only when they went home they were reminded that you're Jamaican, because now you see Jamaican flag, Jamaican kitchen, food, whatever. And Hispanic Puerto Ricans specifically, when they came back from b-boying and participating in hip hop and helping it, they came back to a kitchen full of Spanish culture, right? A living room, an apartment full of Spanish culture. So that's what he's saying. So he's saying like they experienced hip hop culture, Black American hip hop culture, more than their own, because society wasn't perpetuating Jamaican culture or hip or Spanish. That's why I say a lot of them was embarrassed when their mom spoke Spanish in front of their friends, because hey, mom, she's embarrassed me. And because I always CrazyLegs, he said that his parents specifically did not want them to speak Spanish for those same reasons. They didn't want them to be different. They wanted to embrace the American culture, which is either going to be white or black. So American culture is divided. You're going to be influenced by white American culture or black American culture. Or FBA. So we're out of that one. So they write about that. So they saying that's probably some of the reason why a lot of our island family members hold on to hip hop or crazy hip hop, because all they really know, right? But they say you co-created it is they're saying it's a stretch that you went too far. All right, so let's go here now. Now I still got it. I'm not done. You see, I keep updating. I keep watching more. I'm gonna watch. I got CharlieChase. I'm gonna try to watch this. I got caught by mistake on and find that for some reason. But there's one on Charlie Rock. He's Hispanic. But I'm a low-key be a historian on this stuff.
See, I've seen it. I've actually had a session when I was producing him, and my boy was like, "Yo, that verse was whack." Told him straight up, and he was like, "The Rock, is this your man?" I was like, "Yeah."
He's talking about Keras One. Keras One was in the studio. He was producing a song for Keras One and Keras for Beat. And Keras One was like, his man, Rock. His man was like, "Yo, that those bars were ass." He said like, Keras One was set back. He was like shocked. I'm like, "Yo, what the hell's going on here?"
Well, he said my verse was whack. Who is your man? Who has he worked with? And so my man was like, "Yo, listen, you're talking to me as if I'm not here." He said, "Listen, I feel like you could come hard," and he let him see what it is. And Chris came back the next day and said, "Now let your man hear this." And it was fire.
Oh, shit.
And it met up to the standards. And sometimes,
All right,
see,
so
I've seen
so
it.
he's gonna conclude with this right here. Like I said, I gotta go back and chop this up. There's some other good jewels were being dropped.
Even though it makes you may think somebody might be offensive, be mad, but people like to be challenged by smart people. It's when dumb people say shit that's what really pisses you off. But man, even though it makes you may think somebody might be offensive, be mad, but people like to be challenged by smart people.
So I like that. I had nothing to hip hop. But what he's saying was like smart people like to be challenged. And it's funny that's in the biology book I had. It says like scientists like to debate each other because they want to have the facts. So when they produce a finding or something like that, they said they welcome their peers to try to poke holes in it and see if it's dumb or doesn't measure up. because they don't want to be the pseudoscientist, right? So hey, you try, and then see, it's a badge of honor when they say, hey, here boys, eat this up. Here girls, see if y'all can poke holes in this. And when you can't, when it comes back, and it's like a dissertation. You dig? And it comes back, and I can't do nothing with this. I'm the woman. I'm the man. You dig? It's like that type of shit. The scientist. So, and the average American, if a smart person challenges them, like they get offended. It's like, no, that's a compliment. You're getting challenged because we want to see if this holds up. We're trying to falsify your bullshit. So when you have people like IBM hop on DjPhase and you try to challenge them, they step the game up, they get offended. They start talking and cussing. And they're just two names out of many that came on this platform and done that. You get it? Like, hey man, if I got misinformation, like nobody likes to be proven wrong, but trust me, one thing you're not gonna do with me, one thing I can show you guys with me, you will never see me argue something, be clearly proven wrong in front of you guys, and I still hold on to that argument. That shit gone. That shit, it might take about a week, but that thing gone. I don't like being wrong. I like winning. I don't like losing. And the fact that I don't like losing, that's why I don't hold on to a losing argument. Like blacks created breakdancing. That's a losing argument. So what I do, I hop on the winning side. All right, you Latinos created breakdancing. That's the winning side. Okay. All right. So was there anything else in the cut that I haven't played? Okay, well, I can show you how Diddy. Yeah. You want to be proven wrong so you can be right. Like, who the hell wants to be wrong? All right. Let me go. I played this debate another time I had with a brother. Oh, you know what? I just watched Steve Stout and Cameron, Steve Stout and Joe Budden. Pretty good interviews. Because Steve Stout has a new podcast. It's called. It's actually his business name. It's called Masterminds, right? Something like that. Let me type in Steve Stout. Damn. Maybe it's not called Mastermind. What is it called? I'll find it right here. Oops. My fault. It's actually called United Masters. My fault, Steve Stout. You dig? My fault. Okay, you see it's fairly new. I think got 58,000 subscribers, 440. I ain't gonna hit any videos. And look, he had. He's like, that's very new. I didn't know it was that new. Was it live? No, it wasn't live. Okay, so I'm gonna check out 6 hours. So I'm gonna check out some of the stuff. He might let me on. I'm gonna defend him with truth, not with lies. Okay, so all right, so he already chopped it up for me. Okay. All right, okay. Wow. Okay, so he don't. So how did I watch the whole thing? So maybe it was a whole thing. Hold on. What is it in a podcast? I think it might be here. see. All right, okay, I'm bugging. All right, okay, right. Styles P. All right, I gotta watch some Styles P. Okay, but that's not it. All right, so let me do it the easy way. Let me go back here. I thought Dame Dash was alive. Let me go with.
If you don't have business to manage, you don't need a manager, right? If you,
all right, let me go. Cameron. There we go. So 7,000 views. I'm saying, like, this channel's not that. It's like only 1 year old, but he hasn't been doing this setup with interviewing. But he got a big name from one day ago, like Cameron. Cameron, like, successful as hell. They got Joe Buttons, who's successful as hell. So he got some of the biggest people on social media on his platform for interviews. Like, these biggest names, literally the two biggest names in media that has content on YouTube. All right, on the show. But that's how some of his people say he's a bad guy. They think that's bullshit. That's why I'm like, yo, y'all can't listen to somebody speak about somebody else and you don't know firsthand what happened. Like, you don't know. This guy's saying you're this, he's saying he's not. How do you determine who's right, who's wrong, who's lying, who's honest? Well, you determine that by watching them speak about the matter equally, and then you watch about other people that was close speaking about the matter. Of course, there's some confirmation bias. That's his man. That's his man. And then you see, for example, then you want to see who rocks with Dame validates his op, Steve. And you got Cameron, obviously, everything. And just like, why? Well, who rocks with Steve Stout that validates Dame? And then it's crickets. And then you start to see everybody who Dame was cool with, he fell out with every last one of them. Y'all probably don't know that he discovered Kevin Hart. Like, there'll be no Kevin Hart. Now, Dame Dash was very good at discovering new talent. And like, that's what he should be doing, not this network shit. That could be the background, but like, his main gift is his ability to find talent and fashion, things like that. Like, that's what he should have stayed with. And I typed in his lives, but he wants to be the boss. And it's like, dude, that doesn't work out for you. You're better with finding, like, his resume is finding talent, like damn near next to Puff's. Like, he's a big dog when it comes to finding talent. He's a guru. He's a genius, but he just don't value that. He values other shit more than that. It's like, nah, that's your baby, and you're in trouble. You're in financial trouble because you don't want to value your baby. You want to do other shit. And you know what? Sometimes what you want to do ain't what you should do, because it doesn't bring you the success you're looking for, and it doesn't make you be great. So the things you want to do, and you probably are doing it, but that doesn't mean you're going to be great at it. But other things you're good at, you probably don't want to do, but those are the things that can possibly show how great you are, if that make any sense. So I know firsthand, because I try to do a lot of stuff. I try to teach kids. I want to teach kids something and get paid. So I try to teach them how to shoot the ball correctly. I try to show them how to bowl, because I'm a great bowler. I try other shit, even debating. But the only thing that they would pay me for is chess. You dig? So I'm like, all right. And that was like the least thing I wanted to do. I fought it for a little bit. And then I said, you know what? Let me focus all my attention on this and drop, as far as like trying to solicit business. I said, let me drop all my attention, let me drop all my efforts on everything else and focus on this. And blew up. And it's the least thing that I like out of those other options. But I'm saying Dame Dash need to do the same thing. I'm a great talent finder. I'm great with setting trends and shit like that. Let me just focus on that. Everything else I put on hold. And unfortunately, like, now he's locked in on this boss shit. which I like how it was broke down with Cameron, the boss. Watch this. I came here to do something else, but since we're okay. But since we're here, let's do it. Oh, he had Forever. I gotta watch this. Let me open this up. Cause I like to open things up and put it in my history. Cause a lot of times you like, I'm gonna watch this, you know, social media distracts you with other videos, catching them, you're off out of it. Find it. I like it. Take it.
Yeah.
God. I like to click it and get out of it because now it's in my history. Okay, so not easy find it. All right, let me go ahead. Yeah, so you would think because Joe Budden personality is louder than Cameron's, you would think Joe Budden did a better interview than Cameron, but he didn't. I was actually disappointed. Like he was it's like almost like he wasn't genuine. He was like trying to feed into his own ego, and it kind of like killed the interview. It could have been better. But Cameron didn't do that. Cameron just flat out just sincere and genuine, and it came across like that. And the interview was like way better. So let me go here. I want to show how the boss shit gets people in trouble. You want to hear from Cameron, that boss mentality. It could have been Joe, but I'm gonna find out. Okay, so I think it was Joe then. I watched them both today, like right at home. So that's why I'm like kind of confused on who said what. I watched both interviews driving home. Okay, here we are. Cameron first, and then this one. Oh. So we're in trouble. What phrase did they use then? I could have sworn I know they use boss. I'm shocked that. Let me see. God damn. That's crazy. All right, one more time I'm out of this one. More. All right, last thing. This might be it. Let's check it out. No. That wasn't it. No, I remember that conversation. That's crazy. That is crazy. I can't find it. All right. No issues. Let's go back. I got so much stuff, man, that I haven't played. But hmm. Let me see what Kanye West talking. What is Kanye West talking?
So they'll go and get a dude that's supposed to be my friend that's been taping me the whole time and buy this nigga $8 million Yeah, sign it, but you get used to that. Paparazzi taking a picture of you, you ain't getting no money off it. Right. You just get used to getting screwed by the Jewish media. And I'm saying, y'all done poked the bear too fucking long. When I wore the White Lives Matter tee, I had 4 SoFi Stadium shows. They canceled my shows. I said it's up. So they'll go and get it.
Before he was canceled. No, this was it before he was totally canceled? Because he's talking like he got some real power. I said it's up. Okay, then you know what that means in Black community. That means that you're ready to go to war, and you are equally as equipped to win this war as the person you're going to war with. So for you to say it's up against the Jewish nation, like nigga, what do you think you're gonna do? All right. Okay, so I got one more. No, it was down here. I hope I got the same. Even I had the same. I think different clips.
Is the Jewish community, especially in the music industry, they'll take, in the entertainment period, they'll take one of us, the brightest of us, right, that can really feed a whole village, and they'll take us and milk us till we die, and then Stevie Wonder's son got to get a job, right? But Cameron Azoff got a job at Apple. I mean, he's already set up because of the way Azoff is connected. And we have to make our own connections. That's what I saw. What I loved about it, I love Dove just as a human being.
And this is the guy from Adidas?
Dove is from American Apparel.
Okay.
But I'm talking about put out my White Lives Matter tee. The White Lives Matter tee don't say nothing. I'm like, put it out. And he's telling me like, yo, I want you to visit the Holocaust Museum. And I was like, yo, I want you to visit Planned Parenthood.
That was just ignorant, yeah. I forgot he said that stupid shit. Yeah, now that was just ignorant. That's a DjPhase talking point. Yo, that was just ignorant, yo. I'm sorry. I forgot he said that.
Connections. That's what I saw. What I loved about it, I love Dove just as a human being.
And this is the guy from Adidas?
Dove is from American Apparel.
So that's what I say. Okay, so I got 2 of the same clips. Let me get rid of this one. Okay. Come on now.
We made the White Lives Matter tees, and then when I put up the tweet, he ain't releasing the tee because he's Jewish. And I'm like, see, this is my exact point that I'm making. Like Jewish people have owned the black voice.
And they don't put out your tee still? But again, I'm using his language. The them, the they, like, you know, the evil, the forbidden pronouns, us. So if who you're calling they is the same people that you disrespect in that tweet, if that they are the same people who put out your White Lives Matter shirt, you don't see this like the conflict of interest there? Interesting. But he's bright. You gotta see he's a genius.
Whether it's through us wearing a Ralph Lauren shirt, or it's all of us being signed to a record label, or having a Jewish manager.
Yeah, and that's what I got to write that one down. So part of my argument with DjPhase was like anybody, really anybody, because I'm hearing people say this, and I also want to smoke with anybody I want to debate anybody who says that white people own hip hop. My counter is nobody owns hip hop. You know, hip hop is or my counter be black people own hip hop. I would argue that. I was black people on hip hop. So when y'all say, when I hear, not y'all, but when I hear people say white people own hip hop, my counter argument is like, no, black people own hip hop. White folks might influence it the most. No, like white folks might direct it the most, but they definitely don't. Okay, bring, but they definitely don't own it. And they might control it, which I would just disagree with that too. I would disagree with them controlling it also to a degree. I would not make that absolute claim, say control it, because to say that means that, well, what about the producers and labels that's independent that don't work with white people at all? Like, how do they control that? Like, you just don't. And like the best example I got is, I'm a rapper. I see Donnie. He said something last. Okay, so Donnie's the producer. He's the record label. He's 100% independent of anybody. He's saying, I'm going to do the legwork. I'm limited in resources and things like that, but I'm going to do the legwork to get your album sold and seen by as many people that my ability allows it to do. I said, okay, fine, no problem. And I signed with Donnie. He does his best to get my album out there. He's limited in resources. He does his best to distribute it, but we get some sales and I get my cut, right? He get his cut, or I get paid and he gets his cut. How does the white man own that? And don't forget, when they say white man, we ain't gonna be ambiguous and vague. What they mean is record labels, all right? You heard DJ Focus switch it up, but he stuck to mainly record labels, where the white man. So it's like, how the record label, how does Sony, Epic, Atlanta, Columbia, Warner, how are they in on that? What Donnie did for me, how are they? He didn't work with them at all. So how do they own that hip hop? You don't. That's why I argue white folks don't own hip hop. Black folks do. I'm sorry. Let me be more correct. Let me edify. Let me edit. Let me modify what I just said. Hip hoppers own hip hop. So let me not limit to hip hoppers own hip hop. White people don't. And when I say white folks, I'm using their language. White folks are the labels, the record labels. They switch it up when they want to. They'll say Jewish or whatever, but they're more consistent with saying, in this context, white folks are the labels. So I will debate that all day, every day. The labels don't own hip hop. Okay. Let me see. So Kanye had a decent interview on the Drink Champs. He made some good points, but then he was so extreme that it made the good points look bad because he was just so extreme. Matter of fact, I don't have a clip of this. And I want Kanye West, Red Media. I don't have a clip of this. And I want my copy. There we go. I want my copy. Here we go. And I haven't eaten I ate sunflower seeds. I ate a little bit of salmon, 1 can of salmon, maybe 2, but that's small, with cracker. But I really didn't eat yet. And I'm probably up here soon. I'm going to make 2 gigantic turkey burgers. All right, so let me get to what I want to clip. I think it's around here.
Contractor, I have a.
Do you regret your statements? Or the statements you think you should be walking back? I mean, considering.
What do you mean walking back?
Well, backing up off of them. I mean, the thing is, you've
around
got
here.
endorsements. People are dropping.
Touchstone, Associated Press, Pixar, Miramax, HBO, New York Post.
Yeah, I'm like a DJ. Yeah, maybe I should DJ, yo. I have no skills, but I'm like DJing sort of. I mean, well, not DJ, but maybe I should produce something. Like maybe that's my talent. I'm all right.
USA Today, Washington. So this right here.
You know, you're getting, vilified. I mean, you might think you're right, but I think, there's a whole
chart
that's condemning you for what you said.
Okay, so this right here is a chart.
But that's what I want to do.
Universal Studios 20th Century Fox,
God.
ABC News.
What are we doing? Why?
News.
Okay. Look at this. You can't even see in my. I'm gonna clip this and I'm probably getting off. Most likely getting off. I'm hungry. Oh, so I gotta go back. I hate when I don't look at the timestamp of what I had. I hate when I do that. I take it for granted.
Pixar, Miramax, Discovery, Go with my MTV News.
Condemning you for what you said.
Okay, so this right here is a chart of Universal
Now,
Studios.
I'm gonna call Double X just to hang up on him because he's gonna argue with me, and he yes or no, set up questions. Okay, so I can't elaborate. And y'all be talking this.
Trolling the
Y'all be
media.
talking this. He's the popo. Well, if you make somebody answer a question yes or no, that's police type work. And that's definitely that's definitely court. That's definitely cross-examination type work. That's what the DA would do. Yes or no? Yes or no? Answer the question.
I didn't realize that it was anti-Semitic to say, hey, I have. That actually is considered to be anti-Semitic.
Wait, bro.
Or other societal institutions.
That messes up.
The media, economy.
Yeah, that messes up.
It's in the contracts, right?
Indeed.
Okay, it says, or the power of Jews making mendacious, dehumanizing, demonizing, or stereotypical allegations. We have Disney, ABC Kids, Google, CBS.
There's a whole world.
Okay, I'm gonna be here. 2 minutes 35.
Okay, so this right here is a chart
out there that's condemning for what you said.
Okay, so this right here is a chart of Universal Studios 20th Century Fox, ABC News, CBS News, Columbia Pictures, Warner Brothers, ESPN Sports, Fox News, Washington Post, Metro Goldwyn Mayer, MTV Music Television, Nickelodeon, USA Today, Wall Street Journal, Comedy Central, NBC Entertainment, Google, what else do we have? Disney, ABC Kids and Family, YouTube, Los Angeles Times, Discovery Network, Paramount Pictures, Facebook, Huffington Post, Yahoo, Marvel, Hulu, Cosmopolitan, Time, Touchstone, Associated Press, Pixar, Miramax, HBO, New York Post, LucasArts, MSNBC, DreamWorks Animation. Now, the thing is, I skipped over maybe about 5 of them because it was just unclear on this list. The red are the... Okay, so this right here, just unclear on this list. Over maybe about works animation. Now, okay, so works animation. Now, okay,
and
so this
I'm
right
so
here
meticulous that I wanted to stop
Universal
at a certain
Studios
time.
20th Century Fox,
So
ABC
they kept going.
News, CBS News, Columbia
I think I got it.
Pictures.
I'm like a producer. Man.
I thought that I was walk with love,
Oh
spread
my
love,
God.
do what God would want. What would love? I have no
I know where it was,
association to any hate group. If any hate happens to
Vilified, I mean, you might think you're right, but I think for what you said.
Okay, so this
you said.
Okay, is a chart.
I messed that up.
Right here. Okay, so this right here is a chart of 5 of them because it was just unclear. Okay. DreamWorks. Okay. DreamWorks animation. Okay. Works animation. Okay, so this right
Yeah, that's
here
it. That's it.
is
Yeah,
a chart
I got it.
of Universal Studios, 20th Century Fox, ABC News, CBS News, Columbia. Is a chart of
So he did a part too.
Universal, Wall Street Journal. What else do we have?
Oh.
Disney, ABC Kids and Family, YouTube, Los Angeles Times, Discovery Network. Now the thing is, I skipped over maybe about 5. So is a chart of Universal. Now the thing is, I skipped over maybe about 5 of them because it was just. And I feel like now the thing is, I skipped over maybe about 5 of them because it was just unclear on this list. The red are the executives that are Jewish at these companies.
Do you think they stuck together when they heard what you said? Was that what happened?
Well, what I said is, hey, you know, I've had experiences where it felt like I was being teamed up on, and I didn't realize that that term would be considered to be anti-Semitic. So I had a mediation.
It's the way you phrased it. You could have phrased it better, and it wouldn't have been anti-Semitic, or people wouldn't have felt like it was so. It wasn't anti-Semitic. Like you really didn't put it together correctly. So you really were anti-Semitic the way you put it together.
With Adidas today, and I think Adidas felt like because everyone else was ganging up on me that they had the right
100%.
to just take my designs, and I feel like
don't forget you exposed your contract, the confidentiality agreement. You made it unconfidential. Yeah. So you okay? Don't start taking the blame away from you.
right now I feel like that was in Christianity. We don't say karma. We say you reap what you sow. And I feel like now the thing is, I skipped over maybe about 5 of them because it was just unclear on this list. The red are the executives that are Jewish at these companies.
Do you think they stuck together when they heard what you said? Was that what happened?
Well, what I said is, hey, you know,
yeah,
I've had experiences where it felt like I was being teamed up
What's
on.
it called? I got to spell so
I didn't
past
realize
tense.
that term would be considered to be anti-Semitic. So I had a mediation with Adidas today, and I think Adidas felt like because everyone else was ganging up on me that they had the right to just take my designs, and I feel like right now I feel like that was in Christianity. We don't say karma. We say you reap what you sow. And I feel like now the thing is, I skipped over maybe about 5 of them because it was just unclear on this list. The red
One convention is so
the executives that are Jewish at these companies.
Okay, so I did it right. I just felt like.
Do you think they stuck together when they heard what you said?
Yeah,
was that
my first instinct.
So what happened?
Well, what I said is, hey, you know, Disney, ABC Kids and Family, YouTube.
I think there's more there, but I'm gonna leave that right there. But I always wanted those sound clips. Now I got it. Was there more?
It's unclear on this. Well, what I said is, and I didn't realize that that term would be considered. I've had experiences that term would be considered to be anti-Semitic. So I had a mediation to take my design, and I feel like the mental health conversation to say, oh, you guys say I'm crazy, but look at this, I made money. And but that is not godlike to be it's all the church's money, right? So burn to the flesh every single day, I had to say.
So he'll make some sense, and then I don't know if he's doing it on purpose, but he'll get wacky as hell like he is right now.
When I went to the mediation, guys, Pierce Morgan got you to apologize to the Jews, but you never apologized to us about the George Floyd comment.
So I'm glad he said that. I'm so glad he brought it back to George Floyd. because I was saying when black degenerates, like we like to celebrate our I just had the word. It went. Yeah, I gotta eat because nothing is comes to my brain now. We like to celebrate I just say our criminals, man, our worst of our rejects, or should be our rejects, but we accept them. There are our us, unfortunately. But why are we cheering or clapping or ovation or anything about Young Thug coming home? Like, that's an embarrassment. They do. You coming home because the judicial system is so corrupt in Atlanta that like they damn near gonna botch the entire case. So they got you on something, but this is not a celebration. It's not a win for Black society. Like the dude his charges are how he helped damage Black society. Like the judge even gave him a lecture on how he damaged so many kids worldwide with his foolishness. But like the dude helped destroy Black people's lives. Like so many people died because of or behind him. So many people got locked up behind him. You dig? And we're celebrating him coming home. I don't give a fuck if he changed his life or not. That's not a celebration. But we won't. But if I say who's Travis Rudolph, you don't know who he is. But if so, piggyback on Kanye West. But if I say who's George Floyd, you'll know who he is. And before the arrest, George Floyd was a crackhead. It's like, so Young Thug sells crack, allegedly. Those are his charges. And he's a hero. He celebrated coming home. And George Floyd smoked crack, and he celebrated because he got killed under the civil rights, act. So it's like, so a crackhead is celebrated, a crack dealer is celebrated allegedly, but Travis Rudolph, he's not celebrated. He on some Malcolm X shit, but he's not celebrated. It's like it goes back to they pick they don't control us, but they don't own us, but they seem to direct us. It's like, so it's like to make mockery. So we got statues of George Floyd. We're celebrating a Young Thug, but people who need to be celebrated, I think they don't exist. I mean, yeah, this is a degenerate nation, man. Like, how do you justify that? To do, and I guarantee you, if a YMLE, same thing happened to him, this dude is charged with killing his two best friends for like allegedly maybe some money motivation, but like point blank, like he's charged with point blank blowing his two best friends' heads off in the car. They were in the back seat. But let's say if something happens and he comes home, he'll be celebrated too. Yeah, oh man, welcome home. It's like, yo, what the fuck? What is going on? And this is like unanimous in our neighborhoods and cultures. Like, wow. Yeah, I remember a dude that I know on my Facebook friends list came home and they threw a party for him. Like, God, I mean, this dude and he career criminal. He had so many people attend this damn party in my city. It was unbelievable. But somebody who could just graduate. I remember, like, I had a close friend who became a judge. Like, close friend. He did a lot of schooling. He became a judge. He came home and just his immediate family like embraced him. So the drug dealer comes home, career drug dealer comes home, party packed. Shit. What they say nowadays, I don't know. It was live, and that was the move. All right, but a black man who becomes a judge, same city, same age. Damn man, they one probably few they around the same age, One becomes a career drug dealer, comes home, party. Other guy comes home because he did his schooling, I don't know, it's California or somewhere, but far from Jersey. and he comes home and only his immediate family embraces him and hey man, congratulations. I mean, but that's not just Jersey. That's everywhere. That's our culture, and we gotta admit that is lopsided. That's upside down. That's degeneracy. Like that's just embarrassing, man. But we don't want to embrace it. We want to act like it's not there, and we make George Floyd and Wyatt's Young Thugger our heroes. So it's crazy to me. George Floyd's not my hero, and neither is Young Thugger. And they're just wow. But they do have something similar. The judicial system was corrupt in handling them. Both. So they needed the justice they got. They deserved it. I'm not saying they didn't deserve the justice that they received. I agree that they did, but before the interaction with law enforcement, what were they doing? They both were doing criminal shit. They both were career criminals, and that's not to be celebrated. Do you deserve to be wronged? Do you deserve to be murdered and thrown in prison for 80 years? If the case against you is no, you deserve fair treatment under the law and the judicial system. When I say judicial system, I'm dead. It's like I'm saying G. Like where I be stuttering saying judicial system, you think I'm trying to say G unit, and I'm not. Certain words is funny because it's kind of hard to say, but I type the same thing. I'm a typist. I type fast as hell, and even like certain words, I can type fast as hell. With certain words, because the fingers are so separate, and it's like awkward. It's like I type as fast as you guys on certain words. It's not fast at all. Like it's like barely getting by. I think to get a job as like an administrative assistant or some like office work, they like just require like 30 words per minute, 35 words per minute. And I mean, maybe 25. And so my most difficult word to type is probably just as fast as your fastest or faster than your fast. Or slow. It's slow to me, but it's still faster than your fastest. But typing and syncing that language, like certain words that go together, sometimes you do it fast, sometimes it's going to be slow because you got to really think, spell it. But speaking the same thing, like some words we struggle to just how they come together, and some words we just don't because how they come together. I just find that interesting. But judicial system is one of those words that I gotta say extremely slow. No, go back in there. You don't give me flag. Go back in there. Go back in there. Go in there. So judicial system is one of those words that I gotta slow down because if I say it fast, it's gonna sound. Go back in there. It's gonna sound like I'm saying G unit, huh? What do you want? Come here. What do you want? Huh? Okay, give it here. Let me change your cartoon. Give it here. It's been his week all week. Not today. My Friday. I ain't gonna lie like that. Oh, yeah, here. Okay, wait. Okay, go. Go. No, in there. You want to sit down here? You gotta turn it down. You gonna give me flag? Come on. Yeah. Those cartoons I'm playing, they be having like 1 million views. No cap. All right, so let's see what else he's talking about.
Feel bad. Now the thing is, okay, JFK, they got a lot of documentaries about how it happened. So we can argue about how it happened, which I like the fact that
you're gonna be a conspiracy theorist fool trying to argue the trajectory hypothesis about JFK.
Do that, but regardless, when I see that video as a black person, it hurts my feelings, and I know that. Now afterwards, yes, there was some things where the money went. There were some things where it was used in order to push us to the Democratic vote. There were people behind it involved. That happened, but it feels to have a knee on my neck now. Comment that actually, if you look at the definition of DEFCON, it means to get extra defense, which obviously I must have needed.
Yeah.
I must have needed that extra defense.
Nah, you just don't go picking fights you can't win. That's all. It's real simple.
Of DEFCON, it means, and by what the media is doing, I know how it feels to have a knee on my neck now.
Oh shit! And I enjoy Floyd like this guy.
To get extra defense, the world. You know, God even runs Hollywood. Their knee on my neck.
Oh my God.
My girlfriend at the time was pregnant.
No accountability.
And as an American, what hospital? Right now, then one pill could have been swapped out, and it would be Michael Jackson and Prince all over again.
Oh my God.
Everyone would say,
this dude, did he look normal, sane to you? He looked disturbed.
From a driver to my.
I'm asking.
Saying white lives matter, anti-Semitic. That's what you just asked.
I'm not saying that's anti-Semitic.
No, you just said that though.
No, and I misspoke. But I'm saying
no, you didn't. That was a Freudian slip.
I misspoke. No, you didn't. Yeah, you said it. You said it.
I'm trying to correct myself.
Okay, correct yourself.
To walk around with
do you want to walk back that statement?
Exactly. Sure, I will.
You got the chance. Walk back that statement.
Do you think maybe that?
No, wait a second. He's gonna walk back.
But I'm saying you're wearing the White Lives Matter shirt, and Black Lives Matter, and a lot of people think that you're being anti-black by saying
no, Kyle.
What?
You're all the yes men. What?
In America.
Oh, what? Don't make any sense. All the yes men. Oh, I guess. Yeah, I think that's so cool.
America that are actually given to us because we weren't given what we were promised in the first place, which was the 40 acres.
Oh my God.
And bad food for a black man today, or black baby, black woman.
Absolutely.
Not just you, they're promoting right now. Go to Apple Music. Media. New word for 2024. True. I got a new word for 20.
There we go. Now I was trying to get this clip. What do you want? There's no more. They're all gone. No more crackers. Okay, so this is what I was trying to clip.
That's pushed through serial killing. I got a new word for 2024. The red media.
And I like that.
That is the red media. If you go to Apple right now, go to Apple Music. Let's load up the top 10 songs. I guarantee you they're promoting black serial killing.
That's what I called it, right? Y'all remember that? When I called it, I said all the rappers serial. I can't say I was the first rap. Because you got a documentary series. King Von the serial killer. But I agree with you.
Say I was crazy. I got a new word for 2024.
I'm done after this. Once I make this clip,
the red media. That is the red media. If you go to Apple right now, go to Apple Music. Let's load up the top 10 songs. I guarantee you they're promoting black serial killing.
Absolutely.
Not just one. They're promoting black. The red media is making money off of blacks being serial killers to each other. Also misogynistic. The red media is making money off of that.
Word for it.
And God,
I gotta sit there, and I heard you guys slip on words and misogynistic. I don't know what it is with those letters and those vowels and the consonants. I can't say that word. So many lies I want to say. I just say something close or something synonymous. But I can't say it now. Say it. I don't know what is with that goddamn word. I just can't say the word. I can't say it now.
God sees it, but I understand he is making money off of that. Also misogynistic.
Misogynistic. I don't know why. I had to play it back to misogynistic. I don't know why misogyny. I don't know why I can't say those words. That word. I just cannot say it. That's like my worst word. I have bad words, but that is like the word misogynistic. I gotta say misogyny. Yeah, let me work on misogyny. I tell you everything. Misogyny. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, that word.
Red media is making money off of that.
Yeah, okay, OG Classic. All right, nah, definitely. I can walk it back. First of all, let me get this one clip from Kanye West. I like what he was. See, now I believe that Kanye West, had he the things I'm clipping in this video, had he said what he said, how he's saying it now, I don't believe he would have lost his contracts and had all the propaganda, bad media. Had the way he's phrasing things, some things in his clip, in this video, the things I'm clipping, had he said it this way, when people say delivery, had he delivered it this way, I don't believe he'd have been in as big trouble as he was, and he wouldn't have lost billions had he packaged it and delivered it this way. Because this is undeniable. And people are going to agree.
And God sees it. But I understand, and I'm not judging because the oppressed becomes the oppressed.
I don't really know what that shit.
Misogynistic. The red money off of that. Money off of that.
All right. Cool. I'm done with that. All right. So let me walk it back.
I got
let me get OG involved in the conversation. Okay, so OG. Let me catch you up where we're at. Well, we talk about a bunch of stuff, right? Even like YSL. I ain't mentioned Lil Durk too much, but let me just catch you up where we're at so far. Well, no. On the title, let me catch up on the title. All right. Revolutionary Me said, great man, that Kanye. Okay, so let me catch you up with this first. Just in case you probably want to call in. So I do have you can type, no problem. You can call in, no problem. Or you can click the computer link. Like, you know what I mean? And be seen like me. All those options are available. You can just type right in the chat if you want to stay there. You can call in with that phone number and meeting number, or you can click the link. Just let me know which way you want to do it, and we will proceed. All right. Let me do this. Okay, there we go. Okay, so you said, so do people agree or disagree about breakdancing? So now, let me bring you back the arguments first. Okay, so we want to know, do you agree with the arguments? So let's bring, so you let us know, let me play a couple different people, and you let us know where you stand, and we can have a conversation from there. All right, so let's go here, because it started with, from what I played, it started with Tariq Nasheed and Dr. Derek Cologne, okay? So I should write this down. This pen doesn't work. Where's my good pen? All right, so let's start with this one. So the question is for you. Do you agree or disagree? So now I'm gonna play a couple videos and we'll walk it back and you tell me what you agree to or disagree with. Hold on. I'm gonna try to find a better pen while I play this back for you.
The foundation
All right.
was from 75, and it's top rock, it's footwork, it's freezes. That's
And
the foundation.
top rock dances, we've been doing that since the 1890s. That's the Charleston.
It's not the same thing.
It's
not,
the
and you know
it's the exact same thing. It's the exact same thing. It's the Charleston and the Lindsay hop.
The
All
rock
right,
dance,
that's
brother.
all
The
it
rock
is.
dance. The
rock dance is a
Frank
myth.
Rojas.
That's a lie. That's a myth that y'all done created. There's no rock dance that we were influenced by at all.
The rock dance and the Latin breakdown.
Ain't no Latin breakdown and the rock dance.
So
the crack rock dance, because you got to be smoking. You got to be smoking crack rock to believe that y'all influenced us with some damn rock dance. Give me a break, all right? It's the crack rock dance.
What instruments do you hear in the breaks?
You hear foundational Black American drums. You hear percussions. That's what you hear in the breaks, and you hear funk. You hear funk being hit on the one. That's what you hear.
The foundation was from 75, and it's top rock, it's footwork, it's freezes. That's
and top rock and top rock dances, we've been doing that since the 1890s. That's the Charleston.
It's not the same thing.
It's the exact same thing. It's the exact same thing. It's the Charleston and the Lindsay hop. All right, that's all it is.
The rock dance.
The rock dance is a myth. That's a lie. That's a myth that y'all done created. There's no rock dance that we were influenced by at all.
The rock dance and the Latin breakdown.
Ain't no Latin breakdown and the rock dance. The crack rock dance, because you got to be smoking. You got to be smoking crack rock to believe that y'all influenced us with some damn rock dance. Give me a break, all right? It's the crack rock dance.
What instruments do you hear in the breaks?
You hear foundational Black American drums. You hear percussion.
All right, so now OG Classic Jones. So that is the first. Okay. I'll be you better. You got one. All right, this is dope. Okay, so I'm gonna change the name. So let me change your name to your chat name. All right. This is OG Classic. Right. OG Classic Jones. Yeah, so you got to take your microphone. You got to unmute yourself. All right. So you're on mute. You probably, you're on mute. So let me. So I'm gonna run this back for you once you come off mute. This is good. So we're gonna have a dialogue on this. This is a great topic, by the way. And so I've been covering hip hop like probably the last 2-3 weeks, and like different elements of hip hop also.
I think I got it, man. My bad. Are you able to hear me?
Yeah, I hear you very clear. Your audio is better than mine. I know it is. Hey man, nice to meet you, bro. Where you from?
Right now I'm located in central Indiana by way of Ann Arbor, Michigan.
Okay. And where you like from, like originally?
Ann Arbor, Michigan.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So I'm from Jersey. I'm in South Carolina right now.
Okay. Well, I'm glad. First time your screenshot came up across my feed on YouTube.
Oh, where?
Yeah, it was under a recommended, and I was like, okay, that's a dope topic. So
definitely.
I tuned in, then I was like, damn, he's been on for a while, and I'm like,
I'm just going to log off too.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't want him to have to really go back, so that's why I kind of just asked, did people agree or disagree with breakdancing being part of hip hop? But from what you have up here, it looks like they're more debating the Latino influence on hip hop. Am I correct?
Hey, don't do that. Don't do that. Okay, so yeah, so what you're saying is correct. So there's a bunch of things tied into one. So yeah, so the first argument was is breakdancing even hip hop? So I concluded real fast that it is, right? It is an element. And so did LordJamar, and so did well, everybody did. Like, so the consensus is unanimous. Everybody agrees that breakdancing is an element of hip hop. The reason I put that in the title, I knew it was gonna be like, it's gonna draw some attention. It's gonna be kind of like, who's questioning that type shit? Like, how that's my question.
Yeah, that's what made me click on it. I was like, yo, wait a minute now. So yeah, the title then definitely is gonna grab people.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah. So the conclusion to that is unanimously, yes, this is an element of hip hop, no doubt. So now that stretched out. So I want that title to grab you in to talk about what they really are talking about, which is who you believe is responsible for the introduction and invention of breakdancing. So that's where it's at. It is Black people, and I say Black people, I'm including all Black people. I'm not limited it just to American Black. I'm saying Caribbean Black too, like big Black. So that even that's an argument. So the Black people as a collective, that means African, from Africa, Black people from America, and Caribbeans, are they responsible for breakdancing as a whole, or Latinos? And then a part B would be to like narrow it down, Black Americans specifically versus Latinos.
God, that's a heavy little. That's heavy because when you think about it, if we're gonna mix in the Caribbean, then we can simply say, well, they're Black too. They're just one boat stop before getting here. You see what I'm saying? If we're looking at that, I think that when we consider, I would probably say not necessarily Latino, but more of the Puerto Rican
there you go. Right.
You see what I'm saying? It's more of the Puerto Ricans.
Yeah, so I'm saying Latino, right? You're 100% right. And like Latinos don't really argue that. Like, I think they pretty much know it's Puerto Rican, but I'm saying Latino again to be exclusive, so more Latinos can join the dialogue. You know what I mean? But yeah, definitely Puerto Rican. You're right about that.
Yeah, and so, like, for instance, CrazyLegs. We can look at the whole Rocksteady crew, not just CrazyLegs, because a lot of people, that he just happens to be the most famous
and that's exactly
of the crew. It's other people, you know what I mean? And so when we look at that, a lot of us, myself in particular, I grew to know about the Puerto Ricans probably definitely from watching Beat Street.
Okay.
You know what I mean? From actually being there. Now, speaking for myself as far as my area and where we were, I know that there were no Latinos or Puerto Ricans with us when we were breakdancing. I think that you have to consider them. And when we consider them, and we'll say, let's just start out with the fact that most of it, and most people believe it's from New York. We'll just say, we'll start there.
Okay.
If we look at that and we look at the people that were interacting in New York, Black people and Puerto Ricans and Latinos in New York have always been in the same area. That's just how New York is set up. If you go to the Bronx, you're going to see a bunch of Puerto Ricans and Black people.
Yeah.
That's who you're going to see. But if we're going to go back further, then we're going to say, all right, let's look at Capoeira, right? We're going to look at Capoeira, and not just a dance style as it seems to be now, but as a fighting style, right? We can look at that. But again, when you even look at that, then you're going to be talking about more South America, which from research, we know that wasn't but a couple boat stops away from when they brought us here to these shores.
Yeah.
So I would say it was more of a what they would have called the Afro Latino influence is there.
Okay.
I would say it's more of that because of those cultures. You know what I mean? And I think too, people are probably getting more caught up in, dare I say it, the light skin, dark skin aspect of it. Because we got some Latin people that's darker than 1,000,000,000 midnights, but they still Latin. You see what I'm saying? They still Latin. We see that places like Brazil. We can even see that in places like Mexico. Hell, you can see that in places like India. You dig what I'm saying? So I think that their influence it's not the same as the black influence on it, because we can look at before it became, we'll say the 80s. We'll go with the 80s because that's when breakdancing was extremely popular.
Right.
We look at the 80s. We have to go. Let's go back just a little bit before the 80s, and we look at the pop lockers that were over in California, and we see that they just weren't getting on the ground. But when you're talking about guys doing the wave and guys, you know, the footwork and things like that, a lot of that with the footwork and stuff was kind of California with the pop lockers, with Rerun, with the Puppeteers, the Funketeers, those guys like that.
Yeah.
One of the things though that Tariq Nasheed just said in this video is completely 100% wrong. and I say that because he said that top rocking wasn't nothing but the the Lindy Hop and the Charleston. It's completely two different moves.
Right.
And then the brother Dr. Cologne, he mentioned top rock and a couple other things, but what he didn't mention was the style that's called up rocking. And so up rocking, if you've seen the movie Beat Street, in Beat Street, when they met in that subway and they were like swinging at each other and all that, that's called up rocking. So when you look at up rocking, you can say, well, that's very similar to capoeira, because the up rocking was that swinging at each other, ducking down, the whole thing, the whole
That's that
scene.
Michael Jackson stuff.
If you go to Beat Street and you pull up Beat Street when you get some time and you go to the subway battle scene, they had a battle scene in the subway, and it was Lee's crew, and then it was CrazyLegs crew, and they were in a subway though, and the song that's playing is called Battle Cry. That's at the Roxy. It's not that one. It's not that one. They're in the subway. That one right there, Subway Battle. That one, this is up rocking. And you'll see that there's a similarity between that and the capoeira. It's one and the same, essentially, except you have a beat behind it. Of course, they got to take a commercial break. That's how you get paid.
Hi. Oh, and then sorry, I'm gonna go slow, and then the commercial.
This is one of the most iconic battles. That style they're doing now, that's up rocking. So when they're swinging at each other right there, that's called up rocking.
Yeah, when they were flipping, I see a bunch of stunt dummies in there. Everybody wasn't flipping.
No, everybody's not doing the flips, but when they're standing there right in front of each other and they're swinging and they're duck, that's up rocking. And that in itself, if you look at it, that is very similar to capoeira.
Yeah,
very similar.
It looked like Michael Jackson beat it.
Yeah, they probably used the same subway to do it. So the Latino influence is there when we look at that. But that's just my take on it, brother. I just wanted to kind of pop in and, you know, drop that a little bit. I mean, you know, I'm 53. So when the breakdancing and all that was going on, I was a kid meeting downtown Ann Arbor on the diag of the University of Michigan's campus, be about 20 of us, and all we did was breakdance all day and teach each other moves all day long and go see Beat Street.
Wait, what year was that?
84.
What year was that?
No, 1984. And then you had the movie Breaking.
Yeah.
So the whole waving the turbo brought in.
Yeah, that's what I remember.
That was us. Yeah, that was exclusive.
This one I don't remember, but that one I remember.
Yeah, Beat Street, you got to check that out. That is
I'm familiar with the name. I just don't remember watching. I'm sure I probably did. I just don't remember.
Oh yeah,
Turbo is the one I remember.
Yeah, Turbo is in Breaking, but Beat Street. So you know, Breaking is the West Coast, and then you had this on the East.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So in Breaking, you had Ozone, who was doing a lot of popping and locking. And Turbo was waving and moonwalking and doing all that shit. But
that's what I remember.
Yeah, on the East, you had this type of hip hop. And we were doing both because I'm in the Midwest.
So you said Breaking is West Coast?
Yeah, Breaking is the West. That's the California breakdancing movie.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back and watch these.
Yeah, check out Beat Street. It's long, of course, but
don't worry. That's everything I watch. Yeah, I've been binge watching and watching documentaries and all. You know, what I mean, for 2 weeks. So that's
yeah. For me, I'm a student at the same time. I'm actually in school for cybersecurity. But like I said, I saw your title and was like, let me go check this out, man.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I'm updating this because more interviews, people are talking, so I'm continuously updating and talking about this. Okay. But also I've been talking about the record industry, period. Right.
Okay.
Contracts and producer, like for example, like I just went over Scott Storch because I always heard his name, but I never seen him before, and I never knew what beats he was responsible for. And until today, I just say, you know what? Let me just YouTube this guy. Not yesterday. So let me YouTube this guy and find out his story, like how he get introduced into hip hop and producing. And so
because he was, a lot of people don't know he played with the Roots.
Yeah, I said that. Yep, and he's responsible for that Roots with Erykah Badu on the beat because on the hook because he said it was supposed to be Jill Scott.
Yep. I think it was Jill, but for the video, they did. Erykah Badu.
No. He said Jill Scott. He said the Roots wanted Erykah Badu. They didn't want Jill Scott. So he said he took her off completely and she said she was upset with him, and he put Erykah Badu. Yeah, because I remember the vocal. That's definitely Erykah Badu.
Yeah, it is actually.
Yeah,
it is. So again, I appreciate you, man, for letting me.
Oh yeah, I appreciate you for hopping on.
I'm gonna go ahead, subscribe, and share it on my channel as well, man. I appreciate you.
Yes,
you have a good night, bro.
Thanks for dropping in, man. You have a good night too.
Peace.
Peace. All right, so King OT says actually called Just Rocking. You're right. I wrote that down. I got Dr. Derek Cologne said rock dance. He said Latin breakdown. Yes, thank you. But let me finish reading King OT. King OT says actually called just rocking or rock. Yeah. He called it rock dance. Dr. Derek Cologne. He said, and later labeled uprock. Oh, okay. Yeah, because I was gonna say that because this was after breakdancing like got huge, right? Because the movie came because it's huge. So I was gonna say, couldn't uprocking be an extension of right? So he says kind of like b-boy to breakdance, but kudos for highlighting this dance. This was the father to breakdancing. He says breaking was a popping and locking movie. Beat Street was the real b-boy film. Okay, so let me write that down. So because I'm glad you educated me. So when I watch these movies, when I go back and watch them, I know what I'm looking for and how to differentiate. B Street b-boy. Okay. Yes. But essentially he did agree because he said Afro Latino and I was gonna say, really you're saying Latino, like Afro Latino, it's still Latino. And so that's the conclusion I had. My conclusion is that breakdancing introduced to hip hop are Latinos. Like, yeah, I don't see any research that suggests African Americans were responsible for breakdancing. I hear African Americans saying it, but I don't see the proof, right? So that's where I'm at. Like, and I think you're starting to find some back off, which I'm African, so I'm speaking in the third person, but you would see some starting to back off the claim. Just it's progress. It ain't all the way. It ain't always hands off, but they're backing away somewhat. You have different people hold on to it harder than other people, but some people worth some influence are starting to back away. And I believe conversations like this is going to force a total honest assessment on breakdancing. And for me, I heard stories, I've seen videos, and it's pointing to the invention and creation of it. And the influence is pointing to it's pointing to Latinos exclusively. And like I said, I'm up. He gave a compelling argument with the South Americans, but I'm like, and he agreed. Like, I'm like, this is South America. I'm like, aren't they Latin? But like he said more specifically Puerto Rican. I get it, but I'm saying Latino because I'm doing that as an umbrella. Because when we say black, sometimes we're not specifying, and Jamaicans could be in there, Haitians could be in there. You know what I mean? Africans can be in there. So we're not really specifying either. So I just say Latino just to cover it completely. But yeah, specifically Puerto Ricans. What I'm referring to when I say did Latinos do this in hip hop, do that in hip hop. I'm speaking about Puerto Ricans, right? And so this is why. So now I'm so glad he said that. And remember, brought back to my attention. So this is why in Black culture, if you're Hispanic on the East Coast, so this is not Mexicans, right? This is because we really didn't see too many Mexicans even now. Yeah, okay, you gotta go in there. So even now, like we don't see too many Mexicans. So but the reason Puerto Ricans early influence in hip hop and early involvement in hip hop is the reason why East Coast Black Americans, when they see a Hispanic person, we automatically call them Puerto Rican. Same thing for Jamaicans. We call everybody non-Jamaicans because of their early introduction to hip hop and living amongst us, but really hip hop. So the first island people of African descent that we've seen in hip hop were Jamaicans. So that's why we call my African descent from the islands, you're Jamaican, right? Ball game. I'm St. Croix, you can say all that shit you want to, you're Jamaican. Barbados, you're Jamaican. And the same thing was for Puerto Ricans. You could claim Dominican, Panamanian, all the stuff you want. Once you leave, yeah, that Puerto Rican went that way. We did not get to those specificities and say, yeah, no, he's from Dominican Republic, or he's from, this. You were Puerto Rican when I was growing up. And it's most likely because of the influence and involvement that Puerto Ricans had in hip hop. Because like people say, hip hop is how every nationality is brought together. It's like hip hop. Okay, so we really didn't know Puerto Ricans or any other Hispanic outside of hip hop. That's why we say you're Spanish, hip hop, you're Puerto Rican. That's the only ones that we knew. We didn't know Puerto Ricans outside of hip hop because it was like taboo for them to speak to us. I remember. So now some of the stories you're going to hear from LordJamar and other people when they talk about the racism from Puerto Ricans who are not in hip hop is going to be true. Because I know for a fact I had to help a girl move that I was like really cool with, kind of like dating a little bit. She was Puerto Rican, and I remember going into her home to help her move, and I cannot go into that home until I said I was half. Until the story was I was half. Go ahead, down. Until I was half Puerto Rican. No. This is mine. Go that way. Get you. Go. Yeah. So I couldn't get in her house to help her move until I was half Puerto Rican. Come on. Go. Yeah, so I had to say I was half Puerto Rican to get in the house. I was not allowed in that house as a Black American. So, so a lot of that stuff was there. A lot of racism was there. But that doesn't take away the involvement. And even like to a degree, white Americans, or any white people here, like Scott Storch, are hip hop, and they also contribute, right, in their own right, things they brought. So a lot of races contribute to hip hop, and it's the reason why it's what it is today. Okay, but again, like that's definitely a different argument from being in the beginning, creating or starting it off. Because when you say created, like that word can be played with an argument, because when you think of creation or created, you think of something finished, like a finished product. So you can't have something created when it's constantly growing and evolving and being created. So that's why I don't really argue the word created, like Black Americans created hip hop. I think that's not scholarly the correct words. I would say, because that means it's done. I would say, I think the argument should be who started it. Okay, so I believe Black Americans started it. They didn't finish it. I think all the other nationalities that was involved in hip hop contributed however they could and got into that. So you can even look at the Japanese from Japan who's breakdancing and took it to the Olympics on another level. Like that's hip hop. Like they helped create hip hop. They helped in how? Because they did it in Japan. So watching Japan, neighboring countries, seeing it and what the hell is that? So we didn't do that. They did it. So they helped to create, to involve hip hop. And then they added to it. Like their breakdancing is on another level. So that's called creation. Like it ain't like they took what we did, or ain't like they took what the Puerto Ricans did and just mocked it and just replicated it. Nah, they added their own stuff in there, which made them like damn the best at it. So it went from Puerto Ricans to everybody else trying to get and being good at it, and then the Japanese. I'm sure other races tried it, dibble dabble, but the Japanese really said, you know what, this is our baby now, and you want it, come get it. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, if somebody pulls it, that's great. So thumbnails and titles do work. So like I said, remember, like my titles be just nothing. Just don't mean nothing. I said, let me start taking this more serious and try to build it back up where I had it before the old channel got deleted, that I got back. The problem is it got deleted, but now it's back 3 years later. It's like a shell. Like nobody, it says all these subscribers, but nobody's there. Like this, nobody get a notification. Nobody probably unsubscribed. So that's over. And that's like in my YouTube. I get a channel popping. Somehow I'm disconnected from it, and I try to go back and I lose all that momentum. I basically got to start over like I'm doing now. So this is why you see me go so consistent in the morning. I was trying to be consistent, but now that I'm working, that morning stuff is out the door, and you'll see me come on around this time during the weekdays. So with that being said, man, we out, and we're gonna start this tomorrow. But among other things, I got my Negro videos, the police pullovers. I got a bunch of those coming up. Funny as hell. All right. So anyway, peace.